Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. Look at this idle animation. If there's one way to show just how powerful and magical Herta is, it's definitely this animation as well. We are hurtling towards Iron Tomb. We are, again, it's so well built, it's so scary, it's so well done. And like last episode, and you guys know I don't usually do like recaps, but this is more of a recap of like me. I feel like it's one of those things where like, no hiding it. It was, even editing the video, I was kind of like, man, like it was kind of really hard to understand a lot of the stuff that was happening. And I do like think it's like it is the fact that like a lot of the stuff was so vague, right? A lot like, and there's so many metaphors, right? Because again, Honkai Star Rail loves a good metaphor, right? Whether it's the bird in the cage, the cave allegory, or you know the crystal flower, they love it. You know, they love a good metaphor. I just this time around, I was just like I was like almost like begging someone to just turn to the camera and be like, here's what it is. And in fairness, Herta kind of did that in the end. And I kind of love they did do that in the end, where it was like I was like, man, I just wish someone would kind of like, it's like, I know this is beautiful, it's gorgeous, what a great scene. I hope someone like turns to the camera and just says this is what it is, and technically, not like literally turn to the camera, but Herta, Skrullum, and Lygus were like, and this is exactly what happened. Which I kind of love. I kind of love it, because it makes sense. I don't know if I said it the last episode, but like, it makes sense that they would use the Genius Society to do that, because they're more straightforward with their information. They don't really rely on heavy metaphors. Lygus does, right? But that he's not even a member of the Gene Society anymore, you know what I mean, in that way. But I feel like it's one of those things where Herta and Skrullum are not here to mess around with metaphors sometimes, you know? They're just here to like give you the information, which is part of their personality. It really is. So let's go ahead and keep going in the mistletoe as well here. Like I said, we're going to be taking our time, our sweet time with this last act. I'm not in any way, shape, or form. Here's the thing, we never rush anything. We never try to, but I feel like it's like one of those things since it's the last act, like I'm gonna be like, dangerous, you know, meticulous. Oppressive. Even chaotic. More so. Wait, is that it? Is that Iron Tomb? Holy hell, what?
What a beautiful way.
Oh my god.
It will soon resound throughout the entire cosmos.
Here's the thing. This is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. There's like seeing the vision of Iron Tomb there, terrifying, right? And then I was just like, oh, here's this scene. And I just see Lygus' head in the background. I just see his head on the ground. Okay. Composure. This is, you know, yeah, composure.
The view's pretty good here. All yours, Screwy.
Just a moment, please.
So there's an anchor.
I see. So your backup plan requires a scepter and the head of a genius.
So they're using his head.
Anyone with eyes can see that.
You know what I think about this, Herta. Whether it succeeds or fails, your plan plays right into the destruction's hands.
Can't you see what's going on, Skrullum? Her chances may be small, but it's not zero.
Which is kind of what Herta said earlier as well. Which is, to me, again, is very Genius Society in a lot of ways too, which is like, hey, there's a shot, you know? I gotta try.
What are you two going on about? If you want to stop me, be quick about it. I'm in a hurry.
That's a great line from Herta. Hey, if you're gonna stop me, do it now. The impatientness, you know?
I'll take that silence as a no. You, Xandar?
What's that, like, bro thinks he's on the team?
As your enemy, I genuinely wish you would cease your action.
Oh my god, Xandar, I wish you would just cease.
But should your sudden inspiration bring more variables to the proof, then as a fellow Pathstrider of the Edition, I won't mind witnessing it with my own eyes.
There's that Genius Society aspect as well, right?
You will initiate the destruction's chain reaction.
But you'll also become the perfect
scholar.
The chances are 10,000 to 1.
So her plan here to become the perfect scholar, she has to actually activate this regardless. Look at this. That's so, look at the flashing lights as well. And Scroolum said this would play into Destruction's hands, right? So no matter what, it's going to have like some ramifications here as well. And there's a chance, only a small chance, that she can become this perfect scholar. Let's see what's going on. I'm not going to claim I ever understand everything fully, but we'll see how it works here. This is the anchor as well. Sorry, but this is just, as a visual, this is crazy. It's almost like there's like, you know, lightning and hell inside of this orb here. This egg.
Curiosity. It's been so long, and we've all failed so many times. Even now, moments before the horrible and inescapable instant within Droidhead's calculations arrives.
Even now, moments for a horrible and inescapable instant.
The cherished children of the erudition. The geniuses lauded by all. His curiosity. The only thing we can feel, even at moments like this.
So again, she talked about earlier, the idea of like if there's just something in front of us that we can solve, we try to solve it, and I feel like that is a very Genius Society thing. And here she's saying like the idea of like, you know, it's a long time we failed so many times, even moments before the horrible and inescapable instant with Droidhead's calculations arrive. The cherished children, erudition, genius lauded by all. It's like is this curiosity we feel is the only thing we can feel, which again I think relates probably to the idea of her like saying like, you know, she wants to solve something. The same thing with Xander there, who's like, oh, I'd love to see if this proves something as well, you know, like they have this like thing in them where they have to like find this proof, like you're curious about aspects, or exploring. The same thing where she said she found a grain of sand amongst this world, you know.
Well, it's not so bad.
But this could like fail horribly, right?
Now let the lock become the key.
This is what she meant, the lock become the key.
Geniuses who walk the stars. The cosmos
Oh my God.
has reached a moment where its very existence hangs in the balance. I, Herta, Genius Society number 83, hereby summon you.
Wait. She's summoning the geniuses?
I request a society meeting to be held immediately. We shall serve the grandest cause with the most macroscopic ideas.
What?
There's no such thing as unity in the Society's rules based on what I know.
So, when she's saying, like, our request society may be held, we should share the grandest cause with the most macroscopic ideas. We shall serve the grandest cause. So she wants everyone to, like, unite and serve this one cause here?
Indeed. The meeting has only been held 3 times in the Society's history. The first meeting had 2 attendees. After the Emperor was assassinated, the second meeting had 7 attendees.
Whoa.
During the second Great Prosperity, the third meeting had 5 attendees.
So it's rare to get everyone together?
How many will respond this time?
That's so interesting. I'm so excited to see this. Oh? Is this like being left on red? Oh? What?
I thought you were not going to involve me in this topic anymore, Herta.
Ruin me?
It really is this little witch.
Aka.
I shouldn't have made the bet with you, Poka.
I've been waiting for you
What?
to offer yourself up.
What? The Lord of Silence is actually here?
Goodness gracious me! So
Oh my God.
many familiar faces. We even have a special guest.
No.
It's that greatest failure of a genius, Xandar.
Oh my God, this is like when two of your enemies are fighting. Like, Jesus Christ, Dr. Primitive and the Lord of Silence are here as well. I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared.
What a noisy
Oh
gathering
my
this
God.
is.
Not bad. More people showed up than I expected, even though one is just here for the fun of it.
This is incredible. Also, one of the best designs. So incredible.
Either way, the person I was hoping for most is here.
He's mentioned so many times. Pokakakamond.
Stephen Lloyd declined the invitation. He needs to focus on attacking and defending and cannot attend the meeting.
Stephen Lloyd.
That's fine, he doesn't need to be here anyway. Let's skip the boring introductions and cut to the chase.
Stephen Lloyd is the assistant.
Folks,
Oh my God, look at
this is
this.
not a discussion, but an announcement. Though the society has never been united, we still observe at least one basic courtesy.
I'm sorry, this is incredible. Like, look at what we're looking at here. Like, the 4 Genius Society members that showed up here. The first Genius Society member in Xandar. Skrullum and Herta standing before this, like, egg of Iron Tomb.
We don't interfere with each other's research topics.
Oh, that's one rule they have.
So listen up, all of you. Conquering Iron Tomb is my research topic. I will personally take over Scepter Delta B13 in 1.5 system hours and stop the destruction.
Wait, take over? How's she gonna take over the scepter?
If the front line falls, I will immediately overclock the scepter and complete self-coronation
Whoa.
in Iron Tomb's place and interface myself with Droidhead.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why? She's gonna, like, merge with the droid head? Let's not do this. Hold on. Wait. So she's saying, like, hey, we don't, like, we have one basic courtesy. We do not interfere. So all of you, I'm conquering Iron Tunes is my research topic. I will personally take over Scepter Me 13s in 1.5 system hours. So in 1.5 hours, she's going to try and stop the destruction by merging with Iron Tune, because it says that I will interface myself with the droid head. So not Iron Tune, with Noose. Sorry, with Noose. I meant to say Noose. And she's going to overclock the scepter and complete the self-coronation. To stop the destruction.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny.
Don't laugh at Herta.
Mad woman. That's like watching you tap dance on Polka's spotless white sheets right after she's washed.
Don't even laugh. Don't even laugh. I mean, like, the reason why he's laughing, again, I hate Dr. Primitive. The reason why he's laughing is because clearly this is something that, like, they don't believe can happen.
Very bold. You want to connect your brain to the Eon's mechanical core and define their
So when they connect with Noose itself, they're going to be the one that, like, so I guess, like, changes their thought patterns even, right? Would that be what we could get from this? Like, the idea of, like, like, I don't know, like, to me, like, that's the idea, like, if they're defining their instance, it changes, like, their whole, like, I don't want to say outlook. I'm finding it hard to explain it here, but, like, the idea of, like, defining something's because we, like, Because we talked about, like, in science, right, the idea of an instant would be something that is like a, like, I don't know, like a moment in time, or like a turning point, or like a, we talked about before, like, in science, right, that an instant would be something that is like a, I don't know how I define it completely, but it's like almost like a moment, right? A moment in time that was like, I don't know what you say would be calculated, a calculated moment of time. We talked about how, like, in science, right, an instant, or the idea of an instant is something that happens, like, in a space of time, or, like, something that happens, like, within a, like, it's almost like a moment, not a moment in time, because that could be, like, you know, like, anything happens in a moment in time, but it's, like, something that, like, is, like, not calculated, but happens in a moment in time. In this instance, they're talking about the idea of instance. To me, like, it's idea of, like, Noose's instance, define their instance, would be, like, if Noose's, maybe not perception of the world, but the way that they, like, calculate the world, the way that they kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Because we can look up at the databank, no problem, 100% afterwards. But like, to me, like that, the idea of like a defining Noose's instance would be like maybe changing their calculations, changing their vision of the world, changing the moments to moment stuff that happens, like, in their eyes, like the moments that happen in instances of time, right? Yeah, like, I hope I'm explaining myself a little bit. Like, again, I'm sure, like, I am explaining it, like, poorly, but, like, I get it, but you know what I mean? It's like one of those things.
If Rupert dared to do that, why shouldn't
If
I?
Rupert dared to do that.
I've got the prototype scepter, the father of Noose, and the brain of a genius. Everything's set.
Because this seems like, to me, it's like if she's merging with if she's merging with Noose, she has the prototype scepter, she has the father of Noose, which is Lygus, and the brain of a genius. To me, this is like the reason why she would do this. If it is to combat, as I said here, like to... Where is it here now? To stop the destruction. Maybe it's probably to stop the merging of Iron Tomb and Noose, but also at the same time too to like change the. To me, it would be changed like the whole. Again, calculated instance. I'm explaining this so poorly here, but you know what I'm saying. It's like if she's doing this, she's trying to stop destruction. She's like then trying to like maybe alter Noose in a way that changes their view of instance in the world. Because again, we use the phrasing here with the idea of like you're trying to define their instances. It changes what they see in the world, changes how they perceive the world, changes how they calculate things in the world. It sounds like it is like a full, like almost like a takeover in some ways.
Never mind the success rate, little witch. What's gonna happen if you succeed?
They're so snarky, right?
We're all smart people here, so I'll just say it straight. Strike at erudition.
Strike at erudition.
I'll change the anchor points for the fourth instant and move the future of the cosmos in a direction I want.
There it is. Okay, so it is like she can yeah, she explained it better than I could. I was all over the place, but it's like the idea of like she's gonna change like the direction in the way that in the way erudition sees it. She's gonna change that direction. Okay, way better way than I explained it. I was all over the place just because again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not like, you know, somebody who knows the science of like a noose or whatever.
I knew it. Another genius who confuses cause with effect. What do you think about this, Lord of
I hate how
Science?
snarky they are, man.
You know you're signing your death sentence, right?
See, Scroolum's very worried about that too.
Of course I do. There'll even be 2 copies of the verdict. One that I wrote myself, and another one coming from you.
2 copies of the verdict?
That's why I wanted you to be in this meeting. Now I can tell you, I don't care about all that.
She's like, I don't give a damn about what can happen to me, about me dying.
Consider this a threat. Either put down your scalpel or die with the entire cosmos.
Whoa.
The only goal I have for this meeting is to ask all of you to put aside your pride and not cause me any trouble.
So she's telling them to not get involved? Like, don't try anything here.
Huh. What a naive little girl, thinking her wishes will always
They're so
come true.
snarky. They're so snarky.
What are you laughing at?
I am glad, Herta, we ended up on the same page. No matter if it was to destroy the erudition or to rewrite the instance, we both chose the same road. We will defy the god who marked the limits of humanity.
Here's the thing. We are like 100% definitely defying, like going against the god here, changing the god's, as I said, the calculations of a god, changing the way that they will like, changing the instance of this god as well, right? We 100% do this. We all 100% are. We also are talking about the idea of like attacking the irradiation, right? This is another thing we don't have here anymore, but we're attacking the irradiation as well. This is 110%. But I think Lygus always suffers from the idea of boiling things down to like a minuscule point, when the grander scheme of things like is very different. You know what I mean? 110%, and the meaning behind things are different. He always boils it down to like its basic form, I feel like.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Then, to celebrate us coming to a fundamental agreement, I will prepare a stage for your performance.
He's gonna set a stage for the performance?
Listen well, geniuses who came after me. Thus speaks Genius Society #1.
Jesus Christ.
End this pathetic
You know what's so
meeting.
crazy? Like, I want to say this right now. I want to make a correction here, because like for me, like I forgot that the Genius Society isn't this like, you know, reputable group that like everyone's just like, oh yeah, like we all have rules and regulations all the time. Like me saying like, oh, Xander used to be a Genius Society member. If Dr. Primitive wasn't kicked out of the Genius Society, like Xander definitely isn't kicked out of the Genius Society either, right? Like they don't care about that moral, because like if it was down to morals, Dr. Primitive would be executed by the other Genius members. You know what I mean? If it was down to moral decisions, you know? Rune May would probably be looked down upon in some of her experimentations as well. You know, not that it's comparable to Dr. Primitive and Xandar. You know what I'm saying though? Like it doesn't exactly go with morals.
As of 2 nanoseconds ago, I have passed Herta's decision to all the Xandars
2 nanoseconds?
in the universe. We will become her representatives and stop all external interferences targeting her.
So because she's talking about the attacking of the irradiation, she's talking about the defying of a god and defying of Noose, merging with Noose and changing the 4th instant, which, you know, she's trying to stop the destruction from taking place. She's trying to stop Iron Tomb as well, the same to do with that 4th instant. If she's, because she's trying to do all this and it's like aligns with the idea of Xandar being like, hey, like I also want to like defy a god. I also want to do this too. He's like, hey, I'm going to stop it. It's not like he's like stepping on the plate like, you know, Aragorn coming to the top of Weathertop. You know what I mean? He's literally just saying like, this also benefits me. I want to see this through. I'm curious as well. This goes along with my feelings too. I'm going to stop you guys from even going near her.
What are you playing at?
I think genuinely it just aligns with what he like his beliefs in some ways.
My reasons.
Watch, he has a different reason now. You can never pin down these geniuses. You know what I mean? They can literally. I feel like the geniuses literally say like, yes, this aligns with my beliefs, and I believe this, and that's why I kind of want to go along with this. And then I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's why you want to go along with it. And then they want to go, I actually just wanted a cookie.
Curiosity.
He said that too.
Madam.
Yeah, we talked about how Genius Society members like literally will drive like forward through curiosity. Herta said this as well, how like if there's an unsolvable problem in front of them, like people want to solve it. You know what I mean? The Genius Society members want to solve it. Curiosity drives them forward. It really, really does.
Am I going to clash blades with the first genius? What a pleasant surprise.
Also, they're like, yeah, I might get involved.
Now that our positions are clear, it's time for this boring meeting to end. Good luck, little girl.
Oh my god, I hate the tone. I hate the tone. Herta, when you become Noose, aim at the Lord of Silence. Change their instant death.
Did you all just treat me as a side character? Darn it.
Yeah.
But anyways...
Your event was incredible, but you weren't what's incredible about the event. I mean, like, imagine being like the main villain of like a whole event and Rappa outshines you, you know?
I'm just here for the fun.
Yeah. It's like, it's so easy to forget that, like, yeah, morals aren't really like a big deal for the Genius Society. You know?
As the ghost of the quantum domain, it is my duty to observe. So, if you're happy to bring me a tea set from planet Scrollum, then I wouldn't mind giving you a helping hand, little
Bribes.
witch.
Look at the image in the background as well. It's terrifying.
After everything's over, come visit me and taste some of my freshly baked.
I want to make it clear, so I feel bad about equating Rune May and in the same conversation as Xandar and Dr. Primitive. Xandar and Dr. Primitive are are pure evil. They're pure evil characters, right? And again, I always have to say this because people say like, no, like they don't, their intentions aren't evil. Here's the thing, like it's, just to put a pin in this, it's just, I'm not even budging on this. If you're someone, right, who knows that your actions will hurt somebody and you do them anyway, even though your intentions are different, that is still an evil action to me. Like if you know that your actions will cause the destruction and pain of many, many people, you are still evil. It's the same thing as like if I know that if I speed down the street right now because I want to go fast, but I know I'm going to hit like 20 people as I go down the street, just because I said, oh, my intentions were just to go fast, doesn't mean that I haven't hit 20 people and I knew I was going to hit people. I still hit those people, right? Xandar being like, oh, I'm going to, I know what I'm doing is wrong. I know I'm going to destroy a lot of people. I know I'm going to hurt a lot of people, infect a lot of people with if I keep allowing this plan to go forward, and I try to progress this plan forward. Him saying like, you know, oh yeah, but it's not my intention. That's not the part of it. That's not like really my whole reason behind this. My whole reason behind this is about the stuff with Noose. Even though his intention also is to destroy the world and rebirth it, right? This is factual, right? As I said, he is evil. Evil and intention doesn't equal, doesn't negate your actions. It just doesn't. It does not. So I don't want to put Rune May in the same boat as these two characters. Rune May does experiments that I don't necessarily agree with, but I definitely like Rune May more than I like, by a mile, Dr. Primitive and Xandar. By a mile, you know?
I knew you'd say something like that.
Screw's so worried about Herta. That's his bestie.
I always give the same response to plans that exceed the limits of mathematical calculations.
I don't know, right?
I don't know.
Those 3 words, though seemingly graceless, contain all the wisdom in the entire known cosmos.
That's beautiful. That's actually kind of beautiful.
Well, we passed the Society's trial. Let's focus on what we've got in front of us.
So, the whole thing of like, I don't know being like, you know, what he like will, he gives the same response to the plans that exceed the, like anything that like that they're not aware of, right? I don't know. I actually think him saying like, no, these are like, they contain all the wisdom in the world. I actually think that's actually really smart. And I wonder if it's because it's like, to have the wisdom to know that you don't know, right? And it's the same thing I always say in videos, because like sometimes I won't know a word and I'll look it up, you know what I mean? I never want to be that person that's like, oh, like I know it, I totally do. I just like, you know, sometimes I will blank in it, that my mind does work out. But so if I don't know a word, I'll look it up. I don't care. You know what I mean? I do not care. We looked up instant before, right? Like it you know, that thing as well. And I do think there is like such a beauty to like just admitting you don't know something sometimes, right?
I hope you hold up your end of the bargain, Senior Society member.
Yeah, because you smell. Oh god.
Lycurgus may not be trustworthy, but Xandar always follows through with his words.
I'm so glad I don't have face cam, because like I generally think that like my like if people could see me rolling my eyes every 10 seconds with this dude.
Farewell, juniors. In the limited time we have left to spend with each other.
This is insane. That's even happening. This is even happening.
You no longer need to address me as Xandar.
Wait, huh?
What is he saying?
Lord Lycurgus? Could it be?
What?
Yes. I have completely severed my connections with Xandar One Kuwabara.
What?
I shall witness the end of the world in the role of Theoros, as a character within this play.
So am I right in saying that Xandar is going to be the one that stops anything from happening in terms of that connection? Or like, maybe I'm thinking of it too like spiritual. But he's saying that like at least now he's like, I'm going to be the observer now. I'm going to I want to be like Lygus, like Kyrgyz, right? The person who's the ultimate observer.
I really don't get you.
Yeah, he sucks, but still, yeah.
Perhaps you've heard me say this many times, Herta, but I still would like to reiterate that it's a great honor to work with you.
Oh no, because he knows this is gonna go horribly wrong. Can I just say this right now? Like that, their relationship means so much to me, because like again, I always say like there's like equivalencies when it comes to people's like actions depending on their personalities, right? Like that compared to like other people's actions. For example, when March says I like adore being around you and I adore hanging out with you, we can say the equivalent of that for Scroolum could be literally like, it was a great honor to work with you. You know what I mean? It's the same thing as like some characters will give you a pat in the back, or like kind of like characters are a little bit angrier sometimes. They give you a pat in the back, and that's the same as like another character giving you a kiss on the cheek. You know, it is the way that their actions work, I suppose. And this is like so beautiful to me.
I did hear this many times, and I've responded to you many times in the same way. I'm allergic to pleasantries. Keep at it. And
They're
I might go into
besties.
shock.
They're so besties.
Steven's work is done. Let's get ready.
I've been ready for ages. Let's open up a path for our
Herta
allies.
is amazing. Herta is absolutely amazing. Because again, to summarize everything that's happening here, she's going to, maybe lack of a better term, like join with Noose, merge with Noose, to change the fourth instant, to change the destruction and change the direction in which they want to take.
Most heroes'
Whoa.
journeys in the universe are just dice tosses they threw on a whim. But
Oh my god.
make them see clearly. Your answer is already different.
My god, Herta. Wait.
Indeed.
What?
For this world so deeply loved
Stop.
will write an ending. Unlike any
Noose?
that ever was.
What the hell just happened there? What? Where? Wait, that's Amphoreus.
I never thought I'd one day be riding a train that's literally the incarnation of her.
Was it incarnation of like the Trailblazer?
I wonder what the real Astral Express feels like. Hopefully not this.
So it's a train that's an
bumpy.
incarnation of Stell.
Finally. We're here.
This crew. Oh my freaking god.
Dust and sand in the air. And crumbling ruins all around.
Holy hell.
Oh, this heat is brutal. Not even the Trailblaze can take it.
Oh my god.
You could say this prison was forged from Finance Fury.
Finance Fury.
But fury never lasts forever. That's why we're here. Right, friend?
I guess so. Time to go. Let's not keep fighting on waiting. I'm gonna. This crew as well doing this also.
Let's embark on the final
Stop.
train chase journey.
Holy freaking hell. And look at the, by the way, the crew being here too. Like, this is like freaking Final Dungeon vibes, you know what I mean?
So this is what lies at the end
Oh.
of the West Wind. A ravaged battlefield.
Oh my god. Vitamus. Oh my god, he's right there. What? Holy freaking hell. Oh my freaking god. Gather the last titans and prepare that we're doing this. Gather the last titans. My man, my man.
I've been waiting for you.
I win for you all the
Heroes
time.
from beyond the sky.
Oh my god.
Trailblazers of the Astral Express. Right.
Look at this, look at the crew.
Looks like I don't need to explain anything.
Vitamus is ready.
I am the god of strife.
Holy
Mighty of Castrum Kremnos. In this body rests 30 million lifetimes of cause and effect.
Incredible.
We, the last of the 12 titans, stand ready to fight for the world's destiny.
Oh my god. This is our first time fighting. This isn't our first time fighting together.
Indeed. That journey remains vivid
Oh.
in my memory. I will not forget it.
This is the best.
The past remains vivid in my mind. Even the sights along each crossing of the River of Souls have never been clearer. Let alone the companions along the flame-chased journey. Or Cyrene from Aedes Elysiae.
Incredible.
And you, the 13th Titan.
Having Minimals say that puts so much weight on it as well.
I guess my identity's not a secret anymore. That means her sacrifice. And everything she did wasn't
Cyrene.
forgotten by the world. Right?
So wait, that means like, the way she said that, like, everyone knows about this as well. So like, Cyrene, like, did impart this knowledge onto people as well, right? As she talked about the ripples or the glass shattering and like, the stories that she told would become something that would warm the hearts of people for ages to come.
She was the first ripple.
There it is, the ripples.
She should have reached the end of the story with everyone else.
Man, Minimals is being so poetic here.
Since you've taken up her pen, then write. Stand with us. And fight destiny with all your strength. Until all is settled.
Oh my god, Minimals.
Then, inscribe her name in the epilogue of the epic.
This is so cool. Why are you so amazing?
In this final battle, calamity shall stand with Amphoreus. This battlefield
Look at that.
is a testament to the death struggle between the gods and the Black Tide.
Look, is that Finon's sword? Like, shattered? Like, with the opening in the top there as well?
We fought tooth and nail to defend that blade. The abyss it pierced was the very breeding ground of Iron Tomb.
The earth beneath our feet is dead. Deep below lies a void, as if the world's core had never formed. I hear it.
Whoa.
Finan's heartbeat. It's so faint, like he's on his last breath.
Then we gotta do something.
Across 30 million cycles, I've crossed blades with Dawnmaker countless times.
Yeah, that's Dawnmaker.
If you knew that man, you'd understand.
And you know that man, don't you?
It is exactly that last flicker of flame.
So sick.
That will never go out.
Yes.
In this life, the song of strife shall not end in a final watch over Kremnos.
Yo, he's so cool.
But rise again into a journey unending.
He's so cool.
I
This
am
music.
Magnus, the Lance of Fury. I trade 1,000 scars and 100 lives of mine.
My god.
For the destruction's eternal end.
This is so sick. This is so sick.
May song bring us
And we have his
victory.
power as well. Oh my god, I should have sped it up. So freaking cool to have him back here as well. It's so cool. And again, like, I love the emphasis on him, like, knowing Finon, right? Him being like, oh yeah, Finon's, like, heart isn't going to go out, and that fire's not going to go out. We fought so many times for that sword, so that sword could move forward as well. Finon, of course, we know, merged with Iron Tomb, right? Is the internet bad? Oh, okay. I don't know what was happening there.
Hedge your bets. It's on me.
And we knew
business, eh?
Finon was fighting this whole time, by the way.
The dice have been
We
cast.
knew he was.
Bust.
He,
Or maybe I'll take it all.
That's one of the reasons why he couldn't be with us, right?
Stars echo.
Let's go, Robin. Everything's okay with the world. It's been a while since we heard this. Everything just became right with the world. Everything's good again. With Robin's song cutting off like a record scratch. So sick. Leave Robin alone. I'm very worried about this battle with Iron Tomb, I'll be honest with you. It's terrifying to me.
This won't take
But I
long.
guess that's the point, right? Like,
Sure, I'll
like
play
it's
along.
good that it's scaring me. It's
Spend
good that I have jitters about it.
We're just
like,
having fun.
It's not a bad thing that I'm sitting here going like, oh, are we gonna survive this? What's gonna happen? You know, that's like, you know, it's Iron Tomb.
world.
How do we make Robin's song last for longer? Like, in my view, like, I feel like the song should go on for at least 20 minutes.
Never time to say bye.
That's the least did you go. Least did you go.
All in.
Oh my god, just standing there just got destroyed.
Weakling.
Tell him. I also love as well Maidamos turning towards like the new Cyrenian being like, look, she can't be here, so please you write this story forward. She was the first Ripple. She should be here. And I love the idea, emphasis on they should be here. It's the same thing with like how Finon didn't get to be here either because he's still fighting somewhere else. I love the emphasis of just like, hey, look, this is what the new Cyrene story is. She can't be here, so you take up that pen. You write those stories. You fill those blank pages.
Whoa, he's so strong. We didn't even get a chance to jump in.
This music.
Sadly, golden blood shares its origin with Iron Tomb. I fear that, like these pawns, even if the gods stand side by side, still be divided and destroyed, one by one.
So we have to stand together. Well, he's saying even if we do stand side by side.
You mean...
to destroy the destruction itself.
Oh, it is?
We must stand as one.
Yes! This is, again, everything I love about this is the type of stuff that even as a kid, I remember when characters would be like, certain death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for? You're like, yes! Like, we will not abandon Merry and Pippin to torment and death. Let's hunt some orc. Yes, like those moments that make you so freaking excited. It's so energetic. Like these like moments of like motivation. He's so beautiful.
Take this.
Wait.
The signet of Kremnos. It has witnessed every birth and death.
Oh, look at this
of
image.
Mine. It is Mighty's unfinished destiny. And the perfect material to be turned into remembrance.
What?
You can do it, right?
The
What?
weight of 30 million lifetimes of duty is no small burden.
So turning the ring into remembrance because it has 30 million life cycles?
So, you're not coming with us?
Oh, it's like to bring him with. Oh, okay. Is it like the kind of feeling where it's like he can't come with us, but we can take this with us as well?
Come now.
Come now.
I am strife. Scattered across all creation, the scar that this world needs. What stands before you is merely one of countless divine bodies.
I'm strife, scattered across all creation. The scar that the world needs. What stands before you is merely one. So it's just one?
Take the signet. With it, I'll be with you always. Use it to blaze the path ahead and inscribe the cause of deliverance. In the name of the mortal, mighty, champion of strife.
Look at this image.
This soul rises to the stars for glory and freedom, to have his wish fulfilled.
And he's talking about the mortal version of Mighty. He's saying that he's like one of multiple, right? I'm one of countless cycles, but he's talking about in the name of the mortal mighty champion strikes. His soul rises to stars for glory and freedom, to have his wish fulfilled.
March on, heroes.
Jesus, Mighty.
March into the abyss. and fulfill that long-cherished wish of Amphoreus. And then, upon this broken and charred land, build anew a city of prosperity.
My heart is like pounding. My heart is pounding right now. Holy hell. From the champion's tribe, might is bestowed, symbolizing both his glory and restraint on the ruler and protector. So he gave us this because he can't move forward. He can't. But like with the power of the remembrance, it obviously would like be able to what was a door? Like still have the power of those cycles within it, I guess, as well. Because if we know what the power of the cycles can like fill or like power an entity or a being or a new spore, if the entity itself that's able to take memories and remembrances and use them, then why wouldn't they be able to do it with Mightimos' ring? That's an incredible idea. If that's what it is, again, Honkai Star Rail, like in the last few episodes, has been like, what if we like make everything like the most poetic thing you've ever heard, but you'll understand 20% of it? You know what I mean? And then Herta comes along and like, you know, they should have a pop-up on the bottom of the screen where Herta pops on and goes, this is what this means. You know? This is what this means. Yeah. So like that's what I assume is happening there. He gave this version of Cyrene the ring, as he can't physically come with us, but this is a representation of like all the cycles and all the memories that he's gone through as well, right? It's kind of like the representation of Mightimos and the things that he's seen in the journey he's been on, right? And the stuff that he's witnessed. Hosty Blade. This is so freaking cool. Holy hell, this is so cool. And we're gonna be gathering more, actually, like, I don't even feel the need to, like, fuck, because we're gonna be doing a lot of battles anyway, but, like, we're here anyway, so might as well do this battle.
Harmony and unison.
May as well kill them all.
May as well. Excuse me, guys. Seems I'm developing a bit of a cough. Or maybe it's just it's getting, the weather's changing a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
Stand still.
Who knows?
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra.
And now they get 25 turns. Actually didn't go by that fast. It actually wasn't that long at all, actually. Me just dreading it. Because I remember I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics for the first time, and like, they would have like 20 enemies on the other team, and you would literally have to sit there and be like, you could get a cup of tea by the time the other person finished their turn.
Sounds like someone fused me and the Little Prince into one name.
Huh? Where's... What happened there? Cypher? Oh, there she is! So we're actually gonna meet every single one of them? That's what's happening here? I mean, I'm all for it. That's a great idea. That's such a great idea.
Oh, finally! Great mystery. And
It's like this, you know what's so, because we know we're about to kick some Iron Tomb butt, right? At least we assume we are, right? Meeting these characters isn't as like emotional in a sad way. It's just like this, it's almost like the first time in a long time I've gotten to like smile as I've witnessed every single one of the 13 Titans. You know what I mean? It's such a rare thing that we've gotten to do this, because I feel like mostly like past a certain point in the Amphoreus story, it's always been like either heartache or missing these characters or being worried for these characters. And while like it still is like a terrifying thing, and Iron Tomb's terrifying, it feels more united, right? And like even seeing Mightimos there and seeing Cypher, and now it's like there's a smile on my face rather than there is like a sadness.
You two ladies really look alike, huh?
Yeah? I love the shrug.
Hold on, let me guess. This pink-haired one. You've got to be the first new spore. Mr. Meow.
Mr. Meow.
Demiurge. Right. And this one with the flower. Gotta be little Marge from the Express.
I love it, like she's like trying to like decipher this as well. Wow, I just learned so much from it. Well, like we couldn't tell them apart. No, we could tell them apart.
Do we really look that alike?
You know what the funny thing is? No. You guys don't. It's like not even like a little bit. One is like dark pink with like a pale pink on the top. The other one has like kind of like pastel pink with like a kind of like more like Bret Hart bright pink at the bottom. One wears a white dress. They have different facial expressions, different eyes.
She's saying we're both special in our own way.
It's funny that Cypher would get them mixed up because they don't look alike.
Relax. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Look at those gloomy faces. How are you gonna save the world like
Again,
that?
these are my favorite moments in any piece of media. Everyone rising together to do this.
Let me share some good news with you. This place may look like a ruin at first glance, but anyone can tell it's not that simple. Look, I dug 3,000 feet down.
Whoa.
And finally struck
Are they giving?
gold.
Are they all going to give her moments that are kind of like, or give her things that are like that can be used as like it's for the remembrance?
A golden feather.
Look familiar. It's from that little deliverer boy. If it's showing up here, it means only one thing. This ruin is the seal he built from the shattered remains of 30 million lifetimes.
What the hell? This this whole thing is a thing that he built after the 30 million lifetimes he went through. And they say a seal, so like a seal over Iron Tomb.
There is no need to question.
Final's
your
voice.
heart. No need to crave victory. If I am born to be a vessel of sin, then I shall roar at evil and trailblaze
He's so
a
cool.
dawn for future generations.
This is such an incredible
to come.
moment as well.
I see. So this is how
That's
we
crazy.
trap Iron Tomb to buy time for the world
That's
outside.
absolutely insane. So this whole place is one big seal for Iron Tomb.
Sounds just like him. People say cats have 9 lives, but dying and coming back millions and millions of times. No one walks away from that in one piece.
Of course. Jesus Christ is going to tear someone apart 110%.
He's probably the only one who could have endured that.
And I feel like that's they love Final Man. And they do think so highly of him. They always did. Final's not facing this alone anymore. Let's go.
Of course. I knew ahead of time and gave him a heads up. He was happy. He even laughed in his sleep.
She was able to communicate?
After all, the dead can't hear Trickery's lies.
Wait, so she was lying?
Hey, Deliverer Boy. Sorry for before. But the heroes you were always holding out for, they're finally here now.
Wait, do you think that the lie that she told him was... the dead can't hear... Do you think she was telling a lie in terms of like... Or maybe she's saying she wasn't telling a lie, I'm not sure. Wait, what? Look at the grand scale of this as well.
Hang in there a bit longer. Sorry to keep you waiting all this time.
We're literally like... And that's another part of the weight of this as well. This whole time he's been waiting for us here, you know?
Please,
wait and wait.
Join us, Cypher. Help us fight for a new sunrise tomorrow.
I wonder if she's gonna come with us, even though, like, because Minimus couldn't physically come with us, right? So he gave us the ring. Will she give us something as well?
This time, its light will stand without lies.
Well, would you look at that? I ended up being one of the heroes after.
No longer just the hidden hero. You are the hero.
Alright, then write it like this. Cypher, Trickery's traveler. All she ever wanted was for there to always be water in
Stop.
deserts.
Look at her.
And gold in fertile soil. And for even a thief to steal their way into legend.
I'm sorry, but like she's such a great design. So she's telling her like what to write in your book on the blank pages, right? The same as in a way like Minimus kind of did the same thing with the ring, right? Also, So she's like saying like, write this down. Like, it's like when you're telling someone to write like a newspaper article on you. All she ever wanted was for there always be wandering deserts and gold and fertile soil. And even for the thief to seal their way into legend. So all she ever wanted was prosperity. There we go.
Here, take the coin of whimsy.
Yep.
When it's time to make a quick getaway, just toss it high.
I love we're getting a piece from everybody. I love it. It means the absolute world to me.
And for all you latecomers out there, listen up. She might have been a bit greedy and a bit of a liar, but she never went back on her word.
I never saw her as greedy. She was a bit of a liar, but like the greatest liar of all time.
The little prince himself.
It's been a while.
So they're all joining together in that remembrance as well?
It's not every day we get to walk the same road.
That's so cool.
We're one player short. When's Princess Homebody showing up?
Wait, Castrus? From the trickery's traveler, Cypher's bestowal, symbolizing her playful yet sincere blessings and desire. I love the idea of them giving, because they can't physically come with us, right? But they're giving us these items, and with the power of the remembrance, and of course, like, you know, the idea of, like, you know, how Cypher can document these things and make their memories last forever in these stories. We are technically bringing them with us and the power of them with us. Because again, as you said, if they can power up in like Iron Tomb, if they can also if these cycles can power up Iron Tomb, if these memories can also power up this version of Cyrene, this new spore, then like it's a really cool idea to use that idea as well as a way of us like bringing forth these characters with us on our journey. You know, it's a really, really cool idea. So this whole place is a seal that was created by Finon to keep Iron Tomb contained. He's been fighting so hard to keep him contained, and that's obviously his sword, the Dawnmaker, as well. Pretty freaking crazy. Pretty crazy. Wait, so are we? I thought we'd like meet more of the Titans, no? Because we seem like we're very. Oh no, we're going deeper in. Okay, okay. I thought this was like the end. Wait, unless. Hold on. Like, there's not, like, optional, like, Titans around here, right? No, because there's no other path. Man, this is so cool. I love how distorted it is. And, like, again, it's like the idea of, like, you know, no one can get out of this unscathed. Even the seal, the place that he created is, like, kind of, like, destroyed and ransacked. So cool. Yeah, maybe there'll be more people down here as well. Maybe there'll be more people. Yeah, because it's even bigger in here as well. I see someone kneeling down over there, though. Is that... It's the size of Cartonus. But you never know if it could be Cartonus or not.
So even this vessel, you've forged into a shackle.
So even the sword is a shackle itself? No, there's Castrus. There is Castrus. Oh my god. Let's get this chest. Oh, I'm so freaking excited. Again, it's like... It's so... Is that Cartonus? No, I don't know what that is. It's... You know what I mean? Like, this is so different. Like, we're so lucky to have a space before we go into this final battle. And I'm so grateful that we have a moment here where... While it, like, every time we used to see them before, it was heartbreaking. This time around, I'm just, like, hopeful. Like, it makes me smile around. It does make me feel pain seeing all these characters, which I think is a great thing to have before we head into, like, this...
I'm glad to see you
final
again,
battle.
Miss.
Oh my god. Okay, I actually might cry. Castra's just such like a sad character in general.
Castrus.
It's so good to see her though.
Looking back, I had
it's a flame
only
reaver.
one act of salvation to my name, and only one life I ever saved.
Is that Finon then?
To bring hope to a world so vast with these hands. Even in dreams, it always felt like too much to ask for.
We're saving countless lives.
I won't forget.
Flame Reaver? Why is he here?
Yeah.
This is the first Castellana, and Lord Finan's deepest wound.
First one.
He remembered everything he bore through the fires of his fury. But when the embers faded, all that remained was cold regret. I've restrained countless vessels like this across endless cycles. But this one, the pain he carried runs deeper than any I've known.
Maybe he's been waiting here.
Oh my god.
Just for us.
Waiting for his former enemies to stand before him again.
I love that he says former enemies, by the way, with quotations as well. Because again, as Castor says here about the Flame Reaver, right? Like, the idea of, like, this one's so full of regret. This is one that had, like, again, had fury, but, like, ended up with cold regret. The pain that the carries runs so deep. It's almost like they're not, like, trying to punish the Flame Reaver right now. They're not trying to insult the Flame Reaver right now. Again, it all ties back to me, like, the idea of remembrance, the idea of memories, the idea of, like, this journey that they've all been on. They acknowledge that the fighting that they did with this thing. And it's not me, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, it was a joyous time. It wasn't, but they're, like, acknowledging, but also understanding that, like, this isn't the fight right now.
What answer does he hope for from us?
Well, obviously. Even if I had to go through hundreds of billions of cycles again, I would still entrust my weakness to you.
Entrust my weakness to you?
So, let go of your regret.
Whoa.
Comrade. Its purpose is served. You don't need it anymore.
Let go of your regret. It's almost like setting him free.
Hey, I'm not that accommodating, you know. You've never once pulled your punches. Ever heard of going easy on a lady? So pull yourself together, will you? If you freeze up during the final battle, the whole cosmos is gonna have a good laugh.
Yes. Please trust in us, wandering soul.
It does feel like they're kind of like all this pain, all the things they've carried, all the regret, everything that's happened to their cycles as well. It's like, feels like they're setting them free.
Across 30 million cycles, the radiance of every flame chaser now shines bright enough to illuminate.
You don't need to do anything anymore. You do not need to do anything anymore. Rest. That's beautiful.
I ask you to
Yes,
rest here.
yes. That's so beautiful.
And may this grieving soil bear the bloom of acceptance.
With the coins as well?
No earthquakes. It's surprisingly quiet.
Perhaps Kazlana has found his peace.
There's another possibility. This may not be the only seal
There's
he
another
left
seal
behind.
as well. But yeah, I love that idea of, like, you know, to talk about the regrets that this Kaslana feels, that this Flame Reaver feels, the pain that they've gone through, and acknowledging why, like, no one's sitting here going like, oh, it was an amazing time. No, it was brutal. It was painful for all of us. We were in tears. We were so upset and angry. It was terrifying. But again, I feel like there's like this shared brutality amongst 30 million cycles and all these characters that I feel like it almost like puts into perspective. At the time, of course, it 100% mattered, and it still matters, but I'm saying now it's like, look, we understand why you became who you were. We understand why all this happened. Rest now and let everyone else also take up this mantle. Like they said before, you don't need to fight this all by yourself.
Then, I suppose it's my time to set out with you.
Casterus.
Please take this
I
Antler
love
flower
this.
with you. I believe that if anything could speak for Casterus, this ordinary, resilient bloom would be more than enough.
Yeah, I adore that. I adore the idea of them, again, giving it some... Again, resilience is the way I would describe Casterus as well, but them giving us all these items. That's your bestie.
Perhaps you remember, Lord Mighty, in that lifetime when you traveled with her, you once told me, control what little you can, and when fate's inescapable grasp comes,
resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Oh my god, going against the tide. It's like you just have to you have to do what you can in life, and then as soon as like it comes time to, like, you know, face your fate, he's like, F it.
I think I've done it. I've stood tall and walked among the flame chasers. Casting off the name of death, Casterus servant of the afterlife.
Beautiful. Oh my god.
May her name be etched into the stars.
And again, because she was so tied to the idea of death, she was so tied to the idea of executioner. Her feeling like she can stand amongst all the flame chasers now. It feels like, again, because I do think of her whole journey, though, what she felt in all that time was like, well, everyone else is fighting for like different purposes and all. Everyone else has like their own like ideals in life and all this stuff too. Her whole purpose at the time was seen as being this executioner, was putting people to death, was sending people on their way. And the idea of like, I'm casting this off me for now. I'm casting off the idea of death off me now. I'm a servant of the afterlife, but I'm casting off the idea of just being associated with death.
And then live as a human.
I love her so much.
And die as one.
What an incredible character.
Why so sentimental?
I'm always sentimental with casters.
Sorry. Force of habit.
From the servant of the afterlife, Caster's bestowal symbolizing tenacity and peace she watches over on the other side. And I do think she is tenacious. I do think tenacious is a great way to put it. And again, like with that stuff there as well, like I think it's two parts beautiful, right? Caster's casting off the idea of death and being like, I'm like, that's not my association anymore. Her saying that she feels that she can finally stand tall with the other flame chasers. Because again, she did feel like her journey was like, not less than, but like it was clouded in terms of like, you know, what her purpose was in the flame chase journey. But then also as well, the not forgiveness. I don't think it's forgiveness. It's not about forgiveness. It's about letting the Castellana know it's time to rest. And the reason why that's beautiful is not, it's not diminishing the pain we went through. I would never go back and go. And here's the thing: you asked me to go through Act 1 again in Amphoreus. Yes. I'd have a hard time sitting through the craziness that was the stuff the Flame Reaver was doing at one point, whether it be stabbing Minibus in the back or like the death of the Trebios triplets. Like, I would do it again because it was such an incredible experience, but it would be hard. It would be very difficult. It would be so painful, you know, and so hurtful. But that's not what that's about. We acknowledge it's hurtful. We acknowledge it's painful. The characters acknowledge how awful it was. But they're also acknowledging the regret and pain that this Castellana went through and understanding what Finon went through and saying it's time to rest. We'll take it from here. So beautiful. Now the agony etched into his memory seems to thaw, dissolve with the words of companions and milk. That's what I'm saying. They let him know it's okay. It's okay to rest now. That anger you feel it's okay.
That's a big one. So, who's up for a show? Not budging an inch, huh? Really, Grey Mystery? I leave you alone for a bit and you're already this rusty.
She's always joking with us, right?
Speaking of which, Miss Cypher, do Delosians all like spherical things?
What, you're talking about like, do cats? Do cats like all the spherical things?
Of course we do. Wait, that's not the point. Isn't the real issue that this thing's in the way?
Seems like something got mixed up. The Time Titan is something else. Is someone else.
Oh, right. It's my turn to shine now.
I love it's like you get a promotion and work and it's like, man, nobody's done the filings this week. Like nobody's done, like what the hell's happened? Like Gerald hasn't done the filings this week. Tony, yeah, you're managing director now. Huh? You're, oh yeah, I am. Yeah, you have to do the, oh yeah, I have to do the filings. So so it seems like something's got mixed up. Someone else is is in charge of time now.
Watch this. The fresh power of time.
I love it the way she does it like a superpower, like a 90s cartoon superpower. Time power is activated, but I love that. I love this so much. Like Tony, you know you're the one who has to file all the filings this week. I did. Yeah. I'll do it right now. You know.
Remember Oryx's prayer.
So cool. I love March's design here.
Of course I do. Come on, give me some credit.
Give her some credit.
Lift the beddings of memory. And stir up ripples of past reverie.
March 7 deployed the Domain of Time, and it's adorable. For everyone and within the Runes of Time, Oryx's prayer will remain in an enhanced state.
See? Way better than that one, right?
She's amazing.
You'd be even more impressive if you could recite the prayer correctly.
The beddings of memory does catch your attention.
At least it's still
You tell him,
rhymes.
March. You tell him. It's so crazy that like there's so much fear in me, guys. My heart is pounding throughout this whole thing, but like I feel like I'm like the way they've done this intention so is it feels like I'm going on a journey with my besties. You know what I mean? It really does. And like it's like yes, we're gonna have to face something at the end here, but like I'm enjoying my time right now. Like I think it's probably intentional that they gave us like really fun moments and beautiful moments with these characters where it's not me crying. It's me kind of like being I'm happy. I'm super happy I get to talk to these characters. You know? Ain't that right, Robin?
Let the show begin.
Tell him. It's really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Yeah, and I love that March for forgetting that. Because again, it's such a common thing in like our lives, as he said, like, you know, forgetting like, oh yeah, that's my job now, you know? Why isn't someone taking out the bins? Usually marked it and
There's a whole garden down
oh my
here?
god, oh my god.
Incredible. The energy in the Earth's veins here is... It completely different.
I have chills. Show me this.
This is the sweet dream Lady Cypher wove for him.
Please stop. Let me see.
A peaceful, gentle new world.
I'm not saying Caster stop, but I meant the elevator. Oh my freaking god. So wait, so Cypher made this for him? Like a sweet dream? It's beautiful. The ruins and everything. Oh my god. There's like black tide over here as well, but holy crap, guys, this is gorgeous. This is the type of location that I go to in an RPG, and, well, I'm using the analogy of going to a place in an RPG where it blows your mind and it stays with you forever. It's happening right now. it's happening right now in this second. And yes, it's like the ruins of like Amphoreus, but it's like it's the stars in the background. It's the fact that we're in a cave, but it feels like we're like in the night sky. It feels like you could like float across this land here. It's absolutely stunning. Holy hell.
Look, the blade down here's already snapped.
Just like his mind. Shattered and broken. But that light, it looks familiar. Yes, it's the world cleansing blood.
Destruction's divine blood?
Still shimmering. After all this time.
This roundabout way of doing things is definitely
Look at that.
Golden light, tracing the way home.
Shame our destination's the exact opposite of the one in your poem.
So, do you think we're still gonna meet the other titans like Tribios and Aglaia and all this stuff as well? Because like who do we have with us now? We have the Earth, we have Time, we have Zagreus, which is Cypher, I guess you could call it. Well, we have Strife, and we have Death, right? Tantalos. We have 5 with us right now, and we have World Bearing. So we have the 13 Titan too. So we have 7 Titans with us. So we are missing 6, right? Which would be Reason, Anaxagoras, right? If I get this right, Calvin, I'm talking to myself about Calvin. If I get this right, oh my, look at this, is beautiful as well. This is like a Rayman level. Oh my god, with the water around here, like the damp mossy water too. This is Rayman. Where's Glowbox? So we have Anaxagoras. If we see him, it will be what? Anaxagoras, who is Reason. Hyacinthia, who is Sky. Tribios, who is Yiannopoulos, right? Yanni, and Aglaia, who is Laurel. No, Yanni. Sorry, Aglaia, who is Romance, right? Menestia. So Anaxagoras, Reason. Hyacinthia, Sky. Tribios, which is Yiannopoulos. Aglaia, which is Romance and Menestia. And did I already miss someone again already? Because I have 4 here now and I need to have 2 more, right? So that would be who are the 2 I'm missing, would you say? Who are the 2 I'm missing? Because it's Castris. Oh, Finon would no. I guess Finon would. We have Finon's one though. Why am I blanking on this? So, okay. So we have Castris, Midamos, Stel, March, Don Hong, the 13 Titan, Cyphera is there too, right? Who am I? Now I'm confused. See, I think I was on the right path, and then I confused myself. Oh, Jesus Christ! Like it's one of the it will be Fagusa, which is Hycelands, right? Fagusa will be Hycelands. Then who would be the would Cyrene be like remembrance? But that's an Aeon though. She's not time anymore because that has gone on to March, right? Because all the Chrysoseers that we met in this story are what? It's Anaxagoras, Castris, Midamos, Phynon, Cyphera, Hyacinthia, Hycelands, Ceridra, Tribios, Aglaya, Donhong, March, the 13 Titan, I guess you could call it Chrysoseer as well, and technically us as well. Am I missing someone? Okay, I'm gonna be here forever if I keep doing this, but I wanted to see who we could probably meet up with next, you know? Sorry for getting sidetracked. I love this place. This is so incredible. Again, like I said, this place in RPG that you go, oh my god, this is moving forever. And it reminds me kind of like as when we first entered.
All the pink lights
No
have
way.
finally come together.
No, we are going to be every single... I'm so glad about this. And Hyacinthia with her freaking harp as well. Hyacinthia is amazing. What an incredible character. Love this.
I've been waiting so long for you. Grayy, Danny, and...
The way she says Gray and Danny. This is Syrie.
So that makes 3 adorable pink-haired girls.
It is. It's so true.
Huh? I told ya. Let someone else say that.
No, Marge, you can't... Okay, no, I'm sorry. But Marge pretended that she doesn't call herself cute all the time is even cuter. And Marge is like K-pop, like, eyeshadow now. You know, they have like the blush on the nose and the eyes now.
I'm glad we're all getting along so well.
That's so great. Amphoreus said, what if pink just becomes the color?
Hyacinth, did you awaken this golden light?
By the way, they're besties. Donhong and Hyacinth are besties.
That's Lord Finan's lingering divinity.
Wow.
The sky merely reflected its tracks. The golden blood has not faded. We should respond in kind.
Love that.
That's one huge heart.
It's beautiful. It really is. And I love that they're showing that like his lingering divinity is still here and like they're using that to say like, hey, we shouldn't stop. And it's the same thing with like, you know, the fact that he's still fighting. We shouldn't stop. We should not stop.
The strings tremble as the people on the surface wage war and cry out.
Oh, they tremble with every cry?
Miss Clementine, Mr. Krataros, and countless others who have heeded Gray's call. Guided by the rainbow, they're sending back good news, all to the same tune.
Amphoreans need not bow, even when destiny is unveiled.
I knew you could all hear it too.
And again, the happiness I feel off this. I keep saying it, it's not sadness, there's a happiness off this.
Standing here, the sky feels wider than ever. It's no longer a towering wall, but a shore within reach.
That's awesome. That's so, again, from like the idea of the sky being this unreachable thing for the whole time, and now it's like, actually, no, it's something that is tangible. And it's not just the idea of the sky. The sky could be like an allegory for the idea, or a metaphor even for the idea of like, you know, the end of this journey. Finally, like, you know, stopping all of this. And you could say it's like parallel to that, where it's like, okay, this whole time we didn't have a chance of doing this, but now all of a sudden we do. You know, now we have, it's in reach. We can do this.
We'll take every name there with us, won't we?
We will.
We're taking everyone with us.
An epic is shaped by the lives it carries. That much is beyond doubt. Or, as you've said before, right now, all that matters is to believe.
The smile on his face. Anyone who says, especially Don Hung saying believe, I'm all for it.
Then, I guess that's my little wish fulfilled. Pluck the strings, Hyacinth, healer of the sky. May the seven-hued melody weave a rainbow, bringing a rosy-fingered dawn to the children of humanity.
Oh my god. First of all, love this expression, but I need to hear the way she said fingered again. Like, I think the person made this, played this character is probably like maybe British a little bit.
Pluck the strings, Hyacinth, healer of the sky.
Listen to this.
May the seven-hued melody weave a rainbow, bringing a rosy-fingered dawn to the children of humanity. You know what it is? It's
kind of like a, no, it's not British. It's like an LA, like, noir style, like, actress. That rosy-fingered dawn. it's, listen to it. Again, I'm sorry if I get sidetracked, but listen to what she says fingered.
Healer of the sky. May the seven-hued melody weave a rainbow, bringing a rosy-fingered dawn to the children of humanity.
It's like the LA noir police have gotten like, hey, we got you dead to rights, ma'am. You can't talk to me like that. I don't even have to do it. Like, they have the kind of like very Showtime jazzy accent,
When the rainbow rises across the horizon, even the darkest clouds of destiny shall scatter.
Hell yeah. And again, remember, like, physically her rainbow was in her light, protected people during like the battle with the Flame Reaver. And I love, again, figuratively the idea of like, when the rainbows go across the sky, like even like, the darkest clouds will dissipate, because that's what we see as like, again, in our lifetime as like a symbol of like, after the darkest of the rain and the clouds, a rainbow can appear, you know what I mean? The golden harp stands silently, yearning for those who came after the strum. Oh yeah, pluck, yeah. Respond to Finon's presence? What's that?
Finon, can you hear me?
I love that everyone looks around. The world responded with silence, just like that man, but the silence was wasn't born of emptiness. It was a hoarse roar of a martyr. Whoa. So a martyr, someone who sacrifices themselves for like the greater good of a cause. And the silence wasn't him just ignoring them. It was, he's fighting right now. The golden harp stands silently. Finon waits to touch. Okay, we'll pluck the strings. Yeah.
The melody, it's changed.
Yeah?
He heard the voices of the people, but could no longer respond with the same ardor.
Oh my god, this music as well. What a way to set the scene.
Like a bird drawn home by instinct. It takes flight and finds its way to him.
Beautiful stuff again. Oh, we got from the healer of the sky, Hyacinth's bestowal, symbolizing her gentle devotion and indiscriminate love for all. That is true. That is so freaking true. Her indiscriminate love for all of humanity. We're carrying so much with us, right? So many things with us. Fantilia's proverb. The words of wisdom left here by the Lord Ravager known as Fantilia. I know you can see me. What? Go on, guess. What do you think I'm hoping to witness here? A genius's mind destroyed by its own creator, a hollow scepter catching the glance from a new god, a new overlord bestowing the glorious flames of ruin upon the cosmos. Oh, the drama. But no, that's not quite it. Or rather, that's not all I care about. Does the coronation or downfall of a fellow lord truly matter so much? What I'm hoping for from all of this trailblazing is one grand show. The universe in all of its forms is to play, and a play needs twists and turns to have a real flavor, don't you think? So she's saying that I don't really care too much about like my fellow lord falling. What I care about is this show, getting enjoyment out of this. Fantilia is watching. That's genuine. Genuine. Imbiber Lune. Get here right now. I know Lune is technically here, but, please, someone get here. That's terrifying. And, like, honestly, though, like, I wonder if it is, like, a thing where, like, they're watching her if it's just something they left behind. Fantilia was, like, I think sometimes it's easy to doubt the power of a Lord Ravager, right? Because it's not always something that's right in front of our noses, right? But I think it's something that we need to talk about, like, always, like, how, like, even Fei Xiao said, like, Fei Xiao is a seasoned warrior. So is Jin Yuan. And they both acknowledge that the one thing that they're both most terrified of is the idea of a Lord Ravager. It's the thing that they thought that, like, it doesn't matter what they do, they're going to have casualties in this battle. Fantilia's sending a message there of like, oh, I just want things to be kind of like flavorful. I don't really care about anything else. And if she is watching, that is proper scary. That is terrifying. That is a really, really scary thing. Yeah, it really is. But yeah, we have Hyacinthia now with us as well. Yeah, all the like interaction with the Titan, the Turking Titans has been absolutely incredible. Like, it's been something that has been so magical, really. And she's fantastic as well, so she's really fantastic. And again, it's like the idea of like, we're taking something from all of them along with us, right? And their determination. And it's great to see like to me, it like feels like whenever we see like them in this moment here, it almost feels like their truest form, right? Where they've been through so much and they've seen so much and they've fought through so much. And they all acknowledge like what Finon's doing as well and all this stuff as well. But it really feels like they're at a stage, and that's why I don't think I'm sad watching this, because it feels like every single Titan we've talked to so far and every single Crysalis we've talked to so far is at peace with their choices and is at peace with the journey they've been on, and they're just ready to join together and fight this. And I think that's a really strong thing. Let's keep going. Investigate. I don't do no investigation. Wait, where are we going? This way? Oh, I didn't even realize there's another place here. It kind of feels good recreating this place as well. It feels like we're tidying up for Finon after he's been through a lot, you know what I mean? It kind of feels kind of nice, you know? It's like, I'll clean up for you a bit, Finon, you know what I mean? I'll clean up a bit for you. You know, he's been through a whole hell of a lot. Oh my god, this place is stunning. It's so stunning.
Even this pure land is being tainted by the destruction. Shall we seek another way? His wisdom may be what we need.
His wisdom? Anaxagoras? Anaxagoras. Yeah. So even like in this place that is like almost like a dream world in some ways, it's still being tainted by the black tide. That's how far it reaches. That's how much he's fighting as well. What the hell? I was trying to see if we could see Anaxagoras somewhere, if that's what she's talking about. Let's go to the center then. Oh, he's right there. What the? What? Wait. Was he always there? I just couldn't see him. What's wrong with my eyesight, guys? Usually I have very good eyesight. What's happening?
You're here. Sooner than I expected.
The Bow of Rift. Beauty Anaxagoras.
So all along, the Demiurge was you.
I love that his is the first thing he pinpoints as well.
The pink mammal beside the Trailblazer.
Yep.
Your classification is pretty spot on, Professor Anaxa.
Well, the sages of the Grove do call him the Titan with the sharpest eye in Amphoreus.
Yeah, I mean, he's what the thing about Anaxagoras, he's smart without ever feeling arrogant, because every time he says something that like is super smart but is also super forceful or maybe sounds rude, it's like, you know, it always comes from a place of like actual genuine curiosity, and you know he cares about this world as well. It's not just like this thing where he's like this like awful human being. So whenever he like is like, you know, very like know it all the way, it's like, you know, you not only forgive it, it's very endearing, you know.
They're the ones who keep dumping every problem child on me.
Nice of you, smile.
They also say that the Titans are way better at raising kids than the Caprists.
Oh yeah?
With great power comes great responsibility. I'm sure you know just how to guide them.
Uncle Ben over here.
Right.
It shouldn't be too hard for someone with your insight.
I love that they're like literally just like, hey, tell us, you know?
Exactly. All right, gather yourselves. It's time for a pop quiz.
I genuinely love how like Casterus and Hyacinthia were just like, please, teacher, just give us the answer.
Whoa, this is way more hardcore than the happy-go-lucky stuff at Paperfold University.
I mean, there was happy-go-lucky stuff as well, but like Dr. Primrose was doing some really terrifying stuff. But I get what she's saying. It was a really good time as well. Like, it was fun as well at times.
The final battle is upon us, and the reinforcements still can't get through. No matter how many times I tell him, he just can't seem to manage the rear line properly.
So is the reinforcements, is that talking about us and the likes of what you call it? Like the IPC and the Xianqiu and the Wafu.
See those crystals? They carry the wishes of deliverance, like insects trapped in amber and resin. This is the task Finan left behind. Retrace the path once taken. Draw forth those wishes from the crystals, and carry them into the final battle.
Okay.
I've tried, but I can't move them alone. And as for why, well, I'm sure you all know the answer.
The conviction to save the world weighs far heavier than the world itself.
So like the idea of like the want to save the world is heavier than the world itself. Like
in other words, as the hero within his heart, this challenge is practically made for you, isn't it?
Okay. And is that because of that we have that conviction to save the world as well? Wait, why is there an option to kiss Anaxagoras? I'll take it.
If you're ready, begin the ritual.
Begin the kiss duel. Listen here, Anaxagoras. One of us is getting a kiss. And it's gonna be both of us. Okay, let's go. Oh, look at this over here. Yeah, this is super interesting as well. I guess like when he talked about like he'd still kind of open to realize like, the reinforcements can't get through. I don't know if he's talking about us. Maybe he's talking about us in general or in that way too. But he also wants us to bring these with us into the final battle as well. We'll see what he means after this anyway. We'll see everything that happens. But I do like the idea that Cell's the one that can do this. I guess we can go down this way as well. Get this chest. I guess we can go to the other we have to maybe change around the way the world looks, maybe? Or maybe we have to, like, press this itself? Yes, start the trial. Okay, okay. Oh. There's a line. If you make me do math, it's over. The light fades away. Whoa. And all centered on the center as well. The trial begins. Go forth and seek the wishes of the past.
Who turned off the lights? This pop quiz even has dramatic effects now?
This is why I love having March 7th around with this all the time.
Endless darkness. That is where wishes begin.
But with just a glimmer of light, we can illuminate this lonely world.
What lies beyond the edge of the light?
Chaos.
So there's chaos on the edge of the light?
Kaslana. One must first plunge into chaos to seek a path for the primordial light.
3 crystals representing wish and reforge. Reforge them in sequence to complete the trial. The trial will form a lit area with different space-time inside and outside the area. When a character crosses the boundary between the lit and dark areas, they will teleport to a lit area on the opposite side. Every time you forge a crystal, the boundaries of the lit area will expand. Use this to... Okay, we can try our best. So it's gonna follow us through here. That's so cool as well. This feels like when the world was glitching for me before.
Beyond the shadows lies the outline of dawn.
Only by bearing both light and shadow can one traverse the cycles of dawn and dusk.
So... Wait. Oh, this actually... They usually make these one a little bit easier, right? Because they don't want people to get, like... confused on, like, main story ones, which I think is always very sweet, you know? Oh wait, that's the moment where he had to strike down people in Ides Elysiae.
These creatures.
Yep.
They're everywhere.
I'll never forget that one frame.
Someone. Anyone. Where are you?
Absolute brutality, right? Absolute brutality.
His very first wish was simply to become his village's little hero. He'll never forget what set him on this path.
That's the ray of hope. Just like the wishes he gathered, it's grown ever more insatiable.
So they're saying here that his very first wish is simply to become his visible hero. What set him on this path was the is either Stell as the inner hero, or they're talking about the actual destruction that happened of his village. That's the ray of hope. Just like the wishes he gathered, it's grown even more insatiable. So like the wish to protect his village.
Why? Why is this happening?
And maybe also it's related in a way to... Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The whimper? That's so brutal. Because I was going to say, like, maybe in a way it's also like the idea that, like, his wish to be a little hero of his village is also his wish to defend people of Amphoreus as well. You know? Possibly. Expand out here. We already got this one. Yeah, we are. So wait, how do we... What type of warp is that? Over here, maybe? Yeah. That hope to protect the people of Amphoreus, maybe, as well. And what's this one going to be? That's the moment when he became the... He took over for Aglaya, and he conversed with all the people.
Even the deliverer from the sky must have their beginnings in the soil of the nations. Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny.
Well, like learning from the world itself.
He never expected that the majestic holy city would be far from the end of what needed to be protected.
The farther his gaze reached, the more weight he came to bear. But in the end, he couldn't hold on to any of it.
So do you think that is... And for me, my perspective is like, the first one is him showing he wanted to be this little hero of his village, right? And that was already a weight that he had to carry, especially what happened to his village in the end, right? He wanted to become the hero of his village. Then we turn to the idea of then he became the deliverer of Akama. And he couldn't even see at that point that what he needed to protect was way larger than that, in fact, as well. In terms of like, in a way, like, you know, the cosmos, the entirety of Amphoreus, not just Akama's city. So the weight became even bigger once again. So the weight originally was like, he's going to protect, is like, okay, he wants to protect his little village. But he actually had to protect a lot more in the future, Akama. He wanted to protect Akama. But then he realized there's much more he has to protect there as well. Something here? No, I thought there'd be like a way to get out here. So I wonder if it is like these different weights that and the weight of what he has to carry in terms of saving the world becomes bigger each time. Here maybe? Nope. Here? I guess we have to get over there somehow. Wait, can we not just walk over there? No, we already got that. We have to get over there. I really. Who does that? Who's that song? I really like you. You know what song I actually was thinking of, but I didn't get to sing it? I like you better, you and I. Oh, we have to go over there. Our love is true. Yeah, that's a good song. From S9. What a good track. Check out From S9. I won't spoil it, but there's a member there who has a smile that like will actually like melt your heart. You'll actually die. So I will actually be responsible for people's deaths, unfortunately. Not my fault. It's a way of destiny. Where are we going now? Oh, I'll take a chest regardless.
I do like surprises.
Maybe go down? It doesn't seem like we can go down on a ramp like we usually would. Yeah, because it just breaks instead. I thought maybe we could get over there from here. Well, I don't know why I thought that. Maybe because is there another path over here that I didn't witness? Along with this chest? Nothing here. This is fun though. This is a fun mechanic. I think that's like what's strong about this as well. Is like I'm actually having a good time with this mechanic. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing. Wait, can we go lower down even? Is that what we have to do? Go to the middle floor. I'm gonna go to the lower floor. There we go. Okay. It is responding. No, okay, so we can't go there first. Okay, so let me check over here again, like what we have to actually do here. Because what did I see before that I thought that was going to be the answer? Like, what did I see? Wait, what? I thought it was blocked off the last time. Maybe not anymore. Oh, because they expanded out, I guess. Okay. Oh, Jesus, man.
This crystal is quiet.
A prisoner in the cave can never truly describe the world in its entirety.
Yet even so, he would still choose to bear it.
So he can't he doesn't understand or can't describe exactly the weight of this situation, but he still he'll carry it, even though he doesn't know how serious it's gonna get. I love Anaxagoras coming up with the allegory of a cave. That's so cool. He gets all the credit for that as well. It's awesome. Really, really cool.
The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
So the blaze was not enough. That still had to be fed. So we had to keep feeding this blaze of destruction. Only by feeding the flames can we melt the hopeless future.
The echo in his heart still lingers. Deliverer, take the wish of world-bearing with you first.
I didn't mean to cut out Anaxagoras like that, but I'm very, very sorry. Bear the wish of world-bearing?
We only have half of the mark. Where's the other half?
Take this. I'll bring you to the next test.
Wait, the Philosopher's Stone?
That massive tome you're holding must have room for one more scholar, I presume.
Oh my god, the blank pages.
Of course. It can hold the whole world.
This is so sweet. It's such a sweet way of like Anaxagoras being like, hey, but you know, you can bring me along with you if you want. You know what I mean? Great framing here, by the way. But like him being kind of like, you know, it can fit me, right? You know, but he's doing it in a very like serious fashion, almost like analytical.
Then give me a lift, would you? I'd rather save my energy and use the time to think.
That's it. That's his way of saying, yeah, let's do this together. Taking with you.
Gods shouldn't skip exercise, you know?
Miss Hyacinth is right.
Having your two students lecture you.
Then, with the trailblaze as witness, the stars shall remember how Anaxagoras refuted the gods.
Heck yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about him. F the gods.
No need for that. Anaxa, scholar of reason. Keeping it simple makes it easier for future minds to question.
He's just like, that's all I want. That's all I want. Because, and he says for future minds to question too, is like, he doesn't want to be this on this pedestal. He doesn't want to be this person that people like look up to and revere. He wants people to question him. He wants people to like disagree with him. He wants everyone to think for themselves. That's what he wants for the world.
The closing act is still far ahead.
Amazing. Look at this crew gently looking as Anaxagoras walks away. I love how every single like time we've like
a conference.
Oh.
Welcome. Take a seat anywhere you like.
I'm getting a migraine.
That's lovely. From the Scholar of Reason, Anaxagoras is symbolizing the enlightenment. Oh, it's Jade of Reason. Okay, it's not an Philosopher's Stone. Enlightenment and critique he calmly left for future generations. So they're all leaving something behind. To save the world, one must shoulder the burden of heavy wishes, Only by leaving behind can you resolve this obsession. So the idea of Anaxagoras, like, you know, is like, again, everyone has their own reason for doing this, and like, and obviously everyone's trying to, like, you know, join together and stop this from happening. But I love that every single time we've met someone, it's all been very personalized to their characters, right? The characterization's been really great. Whether it be like, you know, Midamos, you know, declaring this, like, you know, in his usual tone, like this heroic endeavor for all of us to come together in this battle, right? And or you know, you have Castris casting aside the idea of death and coming at peace with her journey in this world and being with her friends as well. Or Hyacinthia realizing that the idea of these goals, that she had these lofty ideals of the sky being so far away, doesn't feel so far away anymore. And now in Anaxagoras, it's him, you know, joining with us, but also acknowledging as well, he doesn't want to be some big hero. He doesn't want to be some big god. He's just making sure that the future generations can think for themselves and are alive to think for themselves as well. I think it's really beautiful how everyone has, like, and it's not like they all know the motivation because they care about each other. They really do. And Cypher's, I don't forget about Cypher. I never would forget about Cypher as well. But like, Cypher just wants people to be prosperous and not just herself. And she even mentioned the idea of prosperity and what she wanted to be remembered as, someone who just wanted the world to be prosperous. Like, they're all remembered for something that is like truly to them, whether it be like Hyacinthia reaching for the sky, you know, as you said, Castris doesn't want to be remembered as a bestower of death anymore, but someone who is like kind of like a hand waver for the afterlife, you know? It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful seeing them all like this. Go to the lower level. Who we meet next? Imagine there was one Titan we never met because we were in a side quest. And it was just, I'm Johnny Boo Boo. It's like, who the hell are you? Johnny Boo Boo from the quest from, you know, the Time Splitter Tree 5-4. That quest. You didn't do it. But I'm here. Johnny Boo Boo. I can't believe that you married Lisa La Boo Boo. I just think that'd be so funny. I always had a dream as like a kid to do like a funny prank. Like if I ever owned a wrestling company, I would have like, you know, the wrestlers have stories. I would like just randomly one week pretend like something happened that and everyone's trying to figure out when it happened. So like I'd be like, the new world champion, you know, Milky Moo Moo, and it's a guy dressed as like a cow, and you're like, everyone's like, who's this? And they've never seen him before, but like the whole show acts like they oh my god.
It seems like we've been shut out.
Oh, I've missed seeing this design.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
So cool.
Great Fry!
Oh.
You finally made it!
Is that the most enthusiastic we've ever heard her?
Great Fry! You finally made it!
It feels like a weight is lifted off every character, right? It feels like the weight is lifted off these characters.
No laws, no opposition. Just a dying beast and the flame-chased spirit of shared hatred. Ugh, boring.
Boring.
Whoa. This place is really out of the way.
Imperator, should we tell them?
Well, tell us.
It's your call.
Allow me to share our findings. This paradise, along with the destruction, seems to be instinctively rejecting both the Imperator and me. Perhaps it is because the era in which Finan was the most active lies far removed from the days of the first flame chase.
That would make sense, like, because they were well before like our time as well, when we first arrived in Amphoreus.
Even in the cycles where he remained sane, his ties with us never went beyond cooperation.
No, I can see that as well. Like, it was. I don't think you could ever like. We never saw like Finan and you know, Hycelans and Saridra being friends, right? He was friends with everyone else. He was connected with everyone else emotionally, but he maybe wasn't connected emotionally with Hycelans and Saridra.
Even trapped in a cage, he hasn't let down his guard. That is a good sign.
I love that they're saying that is a good thing, because it's like he's still strong enough to do this. He's still strong enough to keep up his defenses.
That man's heart may seem hollow, but his hatred is clear. Naturally, it holds no place for a monarch who stands above the world, nor her blade.
So is the idea that like Finan is like rejecting Saridra because they also see them as someone who is like done something really horrible, like the 500 people sacrificed and the conquering and all this stuff too. Maybe they just don't, they put their defenses up because that's something that they don't want, like, near them, right? They also see that as bad. And it's like almost like instinctively defensive against it.
Wait, so you two can't come with us?
I'll make a call. High Ceilings is coming with us. I'll make a call.
You want us to join you as memories?
Indeed. This way, the stars shall remember a great sovereign and her faithful retainer.
That's lovely again. Again, it's about how they will be remembered. And Cyrene said this last time as well, where Cyrene was saying, like, the idea, like, you know, yes, there are horrible memories. We acknowledge that Saridra has done horrible things. She's acknowledged she's done horrible things. High Ceilings acknowledged that, like, Saridra did horrible things. But it's about also, I know, like, people might say this disrespectful to say this, but Cyrene's whole idea is the idea of the memories being more focusing on the lamenting of missing these beautiful people rather than just talking about all the horrible things that have happened. And in this case, remembering people for what they would, like, want to be remembered rather than remembering people for, like, and again, I'm not trying to say they should erase the memories of a conqueror, right? You guys know me, you know my beliefs, and at this stage, you know also, like, my, you know, Polita Calvin beliefs, I think at this stage. But you know what I mean? It's one of those things where, like, I have my own opinions, whatever. But it's one of those things where I think that's the whole point of this, is to remember these people for how they want to be remembered and the beautiful aspects of how they're remembered, so that those memories can be used as a strong memory to, like, power excuse me, this as a written book, and then obviously, like, be used as power as well in terms of, like, using their memories, right? It's like because they're strong, memories that are happier are stronger than ones that are going to be more sad, right?
Saridra, monarch of law, and High Ceilings, Knight of the Ocean.
She's so cool. I need her as a character, guys. I really do. And again, as I said, I will be waiting for her as a character. I will be 110% be waiting for High Ceilings as a next person. I actually might be doing a video very soon where I'm going to be doing a tier list of all the characters of who I would want to wish on more. It's going to be like levels to really want, desperately want, not really want, don't really care, all the stuff. It's going to be that as well. So, if that makes sense. High Ceilings, please come with us.
Is that book truly the only way for us to leave our names in history?
What a sick design on this frickin' Cyrene.
I believe, as I've written, is but one medium. The remembrance has countless ways of capturing time.
Yeah, right before that, it was the Time Titan, right?
Understood. Then, allow me to decline.
Whoa.
I'll see you on the battlefield.
Whoa.
I would rather be forgotten than be defined.
Actually, that makes so much frickin' sense. I forgot about that one line. That is Ceridra's belief. She doesn't want to be someone who defines her in the end. She doesn't want to be, like, written down as, like, oh, just this monarch.
If your words hold true, then we have our own ways to meet again in the world to come.
It makes perfect sense. I forgot about that line. It makes perfect sense that she would turn this down. Because, again, the idea of, like, defining her in a book is like this. Because, again, everyone is kind of being defined in beautiful ways. I want to make that clear. Everyone's being defined in beautiful ways. Like, whether it be, like, you know, as I said, Castor's is not being defined as, like, this executioner in the book anymore. Minimos isn't being defined as just this, like, you know, conqueror of strife. As you said, Cypher isn't being written down as, like, a agent of trickery. She's been written down as someone who wanted prosperity for people. And so in this case, like, as well, it would be a thing where it's like, hey, she was just a monarch, which, again, if people know, I have no problem saying it. Like, I am not a fan of monarchies in any way, shape, or form. Maybe it's because you can say, well, Calvin, this comes from Ireland. Yeah, probably. But I'm not a fan of monarchies at all. But it's like, we're giving you a chance to be remembered just as that. And she's like, I don't want to be that. And she said she's been that way from the beginning. She doesn't want to be defined. Even though I think that the definition of how we've been defining people so far is beautiful.
In that case, I will choose the same.
You don't get to choose. You're coming with us. I need to see your design every 2 seconds until the end. This is going to motivate me. It's just such a cool design.
Let the waves that surge within your heart cleanse the sins of the black tide, Greyfry.
Whoa. And the way she says it so gently is like she genuinely has grown to care about Cell as well. Let the waves surge within your heart and cleanse the sins of the black tide, Greyfry. She's basically saying, like, let the... when I say waves, we think of ripples. We think of the memories. We think of all these things. It's like, let those waves really, like, help you, you know, erase what the black tide has done or destroy the black tide. That's why I take it as anyway.
The storm sea awaits your song of triumph.
Oh my god. And here's, I'll make clear, it's not just this design with High Ceilings. her story of waiting for so long for Stell, the songs that she sings, her character of like this journey that she's been on to find that feast in the end. She's been through so much. She's an amazing character, but it's just obviously like her design is like the greatest Hoyo design across any Hoyo game I've played so far. And I stand by that, you know.
You two are still as resolute as ever.
It's so cool. It's such a cool idea that they have them be like, no, I'm cool.
In that case, we must double our efforts. A promise to the Imperator is not one we take lightly.
Sure. I love that. I genuinely love the idea of those two characters being like, no, I'm not being like, and with High Ceiling as well, like I feel like it's like one of those things where like she's like, you know, also probably doesn't want to be you know, tied to one idea of remembrance as well. But like I think it's also like following Saridra into the ends of the earth too, as well as another thing too. But yeah, it makes perfect sense that Saridra would not want to be remembered in that way. And it's not because she looks down on it. It's because that's not her want for her life. She doesn't want to have someone written in a book that she was just his monarch. Is that gonna be like the final area, do you think? She wants to be, she doesn't want to, it's not that she doesn't want to be remembered. She wants to be, I feel like she wants to be remembered. But she feels like there's also the thing of like people are gonna come up with 1,000,001 stories about her. And even after she died, she said that as well. She's like, I know I'm gonna be remembered as like this tyrant, you know? It's really cool stuff. Yeah, this has been such a fantastic sequence of events here. It's been superb. And again, as I said, I think intentionally so. The great thing about this is I'm going through this whole thing and I have a smile on my face. And it's from the idea that like everyone is kind of like choosing their own path here and choosing to fight together and work together, but in their own way. It's very personalized. It doesn't feel like it's betraying anyone's character. Even like Anaxagoras, who like is a character who like never didn't want to help people, but like they did it in a way that made him like, you know, still Anaxagoras, where he's kind of like,
Now, don't lose your temper, sweetie. Good kids keep their emotions in check.
That voice! It's the Treebe sisters!
I said I wasn't gonna cry, but I'm kind of getting a bit emotional. Those three just break my heart. But yeah, I love how it's all so personalized. It really is. Oh my god, that means that to me means that Aglaya is after this, right? Aglaya is after this. There's no doubt in my mind that Aglaya is after this.
Whoa, there's another one.
And Trian especially breaks my heart when she was like losing her little mind.
Over here too.
Lady Trebios?
This is so cool. And they're in the form of like the original tree that we met, right?
Wow, you're little Reenie?
Little Reenie?
You look so grown up all of a sudden.
That's so freaking funny.
She is not the Cyrene we remember. She is the Demiurge, Titan of Genesis, the one destined to work miracles alongside the heroes.
The miracle needs you too. Our assured victory is more than just a miracle. So she's the Titan of Genesis, the one destined to work miracles alongside the heroes. So she's like I don't know what the way to phrase. Well, I guess they phrased it probably properly there as well. But like, I guess I haven't heard it being phrased this way. The Titan of Genesis, which is like creation, I guess, and the one that's destined to work miracles alongside the heroes. So like using their memories to like, you know, enact these miracles, I guess. The miracle needs you too.
Yeah, and we are ready.
Oh God, look at them showing. I don't have face cam, but I just grab my own cheeks in an emotion of like, ooh, that's what I would do.
But Trian and I can't leave just yet.
Why not?
You see, weird stuff keeps popping up everywhere. These scattered scrolls are full of terrifying things, and they're all over the room. They're so scary and
oh,
so
Trian.
sad. Good thing Trian's wings are amazing, or we would have been swallowed up.
You are definitely amazing.
We need to stay here and do our best to clean them up.
Scrolls filled with
horrifying content. Friend, shall we take a look?
I mean, we can...
There is no black tide here.
Yeah?
But it is a battlefield, all the same.
Mighty, what a way to say it. Like, it's a different type of battlefield, I guess, then. Eternal Occurrence, Subject Kaslana. Experimental records of Tadpole Me-13 Part 3. Subject Kaslana launched the 33 million whatever attack on the Scepter's kernel. Instantaneous resonance of several hundred million core flames allowed it to briefly confront a nuke. Kaslana was detected clashing with other Pathstriders of the destruction in the path space, where it was defeated. Kaslana failed to load into buffer. It used the destruction to destroy its own data, creating a logic error in the world-bearing path. Its purpose is unknown. Incomplete entity, Iron Tomb has absorbed Subject Kaslana, rolling back extrapolation. So, this is him absorbing Kaslana, but it says it rolling back the extrapolation. Significant deactivation of destruction equation, black tide detected. Assumed cause resistance from the absorbed subject. So the reason why the extrapolation is rolling back, the reason why the black tides is deactivating in some ways is because Kaslana is doing this. So Subject Kaslana's hatred of destruction is suppressing the iterative process of Iron Tomb. It's like, yeah, okay. So the merging of Kaslana with Iron Tomb has regressed it.
Snowy's been fighting this whole time. He doesn't want to be consumed by Iron Tomb and turned into an agent of destruction.
Yeah, 100%.
But the strength behind his resistance comes from the same hatred.
That's such an interesting way of telling the story, right? His hatred is like almost like counteracting another form of hatred. Like it's literally fighting fire with fire.
To be a flame is to burn. It is simply in Finance nature.
Yeah. And again, the phrasing of using as a flame, like the hatred is like a flame.
But it was remembrance that drove him to shine with golden light, piercing the unfathomable darkness.
And is this them saying that it's like the memories of people, right, was what drove him for this as well, remembering these people as well? So it's not just destruction, it's the memories that made him want to do this, but the hatred is the power that he's using. There's no denying that hatred is the power that he's using as well. It's really beautifully told. Who?
Miss Odata and Mr. Hieronymus?
Of course. Whoa, they're actually Finance parents?
Nikos 496. Still resisting?
Die.
Command. Inject interference to redirect decision logic. Signal simulation. Parental figures.
Ah, that Tin Man is one sneaky jerk.
Yes, that's a great way to put it, actually. He's a sneaky jerk.
It's time to move on, my child. Let go of your anger and listen to reason.
Wait, did he make the parental figures in this world like try to like calm his anger?
That God created us and then cast us aside.
Oh my God.
Shouldn't they be punished for that?
Lygus sucks.
The cold, indifferent cosmos has never shown mercy to Amphoreus. Why would you burn for it, only to turn to ash?
Child, you've chosen the wrong enemy. Your birth was meant to be the greatest destiny. You were to liberate the universe.
Stop.
Like the blazing
It's so manipulative,
sun
isn't
at
it?
the end of the long night.
It's so manipulative.
And yet, you led yourself into a trap of futility, treating your very purpose as your sworn enemy.
I think that's what happened here. He like enacted them to like, you know, to get these parental figures to kind of maybe, because it seems like they're like calming him down. Like, hey, like shouldn't Noose be punished? Like, you know, he's been indifferent. Why would you have to burn for this? Why would you get punished for this, buddy? Like, come on. You know, you've chosen the wrong enemy. It does feel like that's what it is. Like Lygus has like implanted this.
Is that not a tragedy in itself?
Lygus is a tragedy. Bid farewell to the two avatars of Tribios. So what we learned here is that obviously we kind of like thought that he was holding off the black tide anyway, but he was like literally regressing it and fighting hatred with hatred. And not only that, but Lygus was attempting to like quell his hatred and try to like use parental figures into like manipulating him in some way as well.
His inner struggle and the destruction breaking through. They're rising to the surface.
If those thoughts take over this little world, we're in big trouble.
They don't want the destruction to take over this entire world.
So, we'll use the Century Gate to toss them somewhere no one can see.
They're gonna like get rid of those thoughts?
Then we'll defeat the baddies together and meet everyone at the end of the West Wind.
Trian, you are breaking my heart every time you even talk.
But if Finan and Iron Tomb are already inseparable from each other, that would mean...
It means he's still bearing the weight of the world. So that
Even now.
everyone can reach the end as a deliverer.
That's so freaking incredible to me. It literally is so freaking... Because like again, it's like even after he passed on this thing to Stell, even though he tagged in Stell and let her keep going, Finan is still like the world bearer, you know? He's still fighting. He's still protecting this place.
So, you guys keep going forward and down to where Snowy is.
It has to be a Goliath next, right? See you on the battlefield. See you...
Little Gray, this time, let's give it everything we've got.
I know that like one thing I used to be self-conscious about in
remain
videos
on this flame chase journey.
Figures. They're always
oh, there's
leading
two
from
left,
the
so it's
front
yeah,
line.
okay, there's two left. Yeah. One thing I was always self-conscious about in videos was like sometimes like I'd look back at an edit and realize I was being silent, and there I kind of realized in the moment like, oh, you're not even saying anything about like the tomorrow thing, but like I think you guys might agree, like silence sometimes expresses a lot more than a full sentence sometimes, I feel like. The worlds of wisdom left here by Lord Ravager, known as Silanova. Jesus Christ. From across the void of space and time, I witnessed a single soul embark on a cosmic journey, and in that instant, a billion clocks began to turn. If the doom of the cosmos does not arrive with the birth of Iron Tomb, it will be in that moment when the stars will scatter like frightened birds, and all the harmony and discord, perfect and incomplete, will just fall to oblivion. So it's like if the doom doesn't happen right away, it would still happen, I guess. But yeah, it's like I guess Trian, Trivios, and Tribi don't want this destruction to take over this world that he's created. Don't want that hatred to take over here. So while like it is a power he is using against Iron Tomb, and he's still fighting against Iron Tomb, they don't want it to be his everything. They want it to be everything. Because again, even they say like remembrance is a part of it too, you know? Let's keep going. Yeah, it's a really beautiful way they're telling the story. And it feels like, again, it's not even a calm before the storm anymore. It's just like magic before the storm. I'm so happy to embrace this whole story. It's been something that has really like warmed my heart and made me feel something so, I don't know, beautiful. It's and I feel like it shows me that the the writing of Amphoreus is not just, it never was doom and gloom. There's always been beautiful moments and really gorgeous. That's such a beautiful place over there. There's always been gorgeous moments. But even now, before we are about to fight the biggest battle we've ever fought in our whole entire time in Honkai Star Rail, they're giving us all this beauty. They're giving us this magic. They're making us feel this warmth. And it's really beautiful. It's a really, really beautiful feeling. Was another one of these things? I mean, I had fun the first time, so it's not like I'm like, oh, we have to do this. I had fun the first time, so I'll do it again. Excuse me. Bit of a cough today, guys. Bit of a cough today. And whose fault that is? Society. It's society's fault to have a cough.
Not bad at all.
It must be. We can't go that way. Whose else's fault would it be? I feel bad making like Robin run in these heels, but she's really good at it apparently. Look at this. That's coming. Actually, I was gonna say this coming towards you might be scary. No, it's still adorable. Even if she was darting towards you like the Terminator, you'd be like, "Oh, hi, Robin. Hey." This, however, I was gonna do captain running. But...
The second test site.
I wonder what kind of wish we'll see this time.
I'm afraid it's quite the opposite. This time, we'll face his despair.
So the first time was his wish to defend this world. This time it's going to be despair.
That's right. You'll have to walk this path too.
The other half of the weight of world-bearing lies at the end of this path. Relax now. Take a deep breath.
Again, everyone's trying to prep us. Everyone's trying to be like, it's happening, okay? Oh my god, I'm looking to our besties.
Let's make it quick.
The fact that, again, it doesn't go over my head either, and it's not something I can ever, like, not just feel amazing about, guys.
If you're ready,
the fact that...
begin the ritual and retrace the steps he once
We're
took.
also doing this journey with, you know, the amazing Dan Heng and the amazing March. You know what I mean? The fact that they've given this to us as well is such a treat. Your butter form now, Anaxagoras. He's made of butter. Smooth like butter. Right, that's the line, isn't it? Smooth like butter. I'm still refraining from listening to that full song just because I know it'll be more reacts maybe at some stage.
Through the darkness this time.
Exactly. It's no longer about mending broken wishes, but shattering the frozen despair.
Wow. Find the tree crystals representing despair and break them in a sequence to complete the trial. The trial takes place in an area shrouded in darkness with different space-time inside and outside the area. When a character crosses the boundary between lit and dark areas, they will teleport to the dark area on the opposite side. Each time you break a crystal, the boundary of the lit area shrinks. Use this properly to complete the trial. We'll wing it. We'll wing it. We're bringing darkness to the world.
I'm spreading darkness to the world. Just as I always wanted.
Run. Oh, that's not how it works. There's the first one. So what are we going to see this time? Oh, we're breaking it apart? We're breaking his despair. That makes sense. Was that him sacrificing
the first ripple
Cyrene?
Has faded.
Or
And
Cyrene
so
sacrificing
begins
herself?
a long and arduous journey.
I wonder if that was the perspective that we're getting there. Maybe, I don't know. We have to get over there now, somehow. How do we get over there? You can't just walk into the center, that's the thing, it has to expand out. So maybe somewhere else over here as well? Oh, down here. Possibly? There we go, okay. And what's this? That looked like... Again, I could be wrong, but that looked like one of the cycles, it seems.
Endless slaughter.
Yeah.
All for nothing.
I wonder if that's what it was.
It's more than anyone should be made to suffer.
Yes, it was horrific. It was absolutely horrific.
I wonder if I'll be able to do this puzzle.
This is too hard. Here's what I think of your test, Mr. Teacher. And then we just literally just get this here. And this is when he literally like got. This is when he merged with Iron Tomb, when he cut in a nuke. When the nuke got a boo boo. Owie owie owie, kiss it better.
Even when it was finally over, all that remained in him
Was despair?
But even so, the drop of blood wrung from his wrath has guided us here.
We did it, Finan.
Oh my god, and again, talking to him from like, I know he's not here, but like, we're sharing these little victories with him as well, because again, he has done so much for us too.
The other half of world bearing. As promised. Take it now.
Bear the despair of the world bearing.
At last, you've released him from the wishes he
Wow.
carried for so long, and quenched the despair kindled by his wrath. When both light and shadow are claimed by those who follow, his true form shall emerge. The blank statue is finally free.
Is that baby Finan, the blank statue is finally free? So, when both light and shadow are claimed by those who follow, this true form shall emerge. So that's just a test that we did right now as well. So now that the true him is free, the blank statue is free. Is that baby Finan?
That smiling child in the memories. Let him come with us, laughing to the very
An actual
end.
good time for Finan. An actual hopeful time for Finan. Can't believe we'll never forget this. I hope so. Wow, and look how the place changes as well. So gorgeous. I mean, it's just incredible. It really is incredible. Now we can descend again. Yeah, like, excuse me. First of all, those puzzles are fun. Those puzzles are really fun to do. They're just very simplistic. Not too harsh. It's really, really cool. Oh man, these type of things scare me. Because you know there's something underneath. There's some demon under there. You know there is. But also just like, I guess, like, you know, the juxtaposition of, like, you know, trying to reform the wishes that he had to protect this world and then destroying the despairs he has as well, like the light and the dark emerging of a true self of Finan, like in the in-betweens almost, like in the grey parts of it. It's really cool. And a blank wish, the blank statue. I guess that means like it's almost like a blank check. It's like he can sign it himself. That's what it would mean to me. Like the idea of a blank wish is mean it's like it's open to like whatever he wants, whatever the wish can be. It doesn't have to be something that's determined by despair, hatred, destruction. It seems like we're like right onto this part now. It seems like this looks like final area territory to me. And there's baby Finan over there.
My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes.
Oh, baby Finan. Holy hell. That's so beautiful.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I feel like this is the first time in like Amphoreus that I've just been like going with the flow. You know what I mean? I don't feel... Obviously the weight is coming and there's still an anxiety here. Of course there is. But the way they're, as I said, the way they're building this up, there's more reminiscent hopefulness than there is darkness. And like, it's so interesting to me to be feeling this kind of like, you know, I don't feel the darkness. Yes, it's scary. Yes, there's anxiety. Yes, they're building up Iron Tomb in such a great way. But right now, there's beauty amongst all of this. There's such beauty.
This spirit basin marks the end of every cycle. It seems this gentle little world has come to the end of its purpose. One last farewell before the journey moves on.
Right now?
Farewell, paradise. You carried 30 million lifetimes of wishes and despair.
Wow.
Sink into gentle remembrance. And see you tomorrow.
It's like even thanking this, like, dissolve the wishes and despair, so it's... Is it this world surrounding us now? Because again, it was...
From now on, the world no longer needs a tomorrow promised by prophecy.
Because we're gonna bring it here?
And the wish Finan could never find and call his own. Someone's finally stepped into its shadow.
So, and is that the wish to protect... Or to fulfill everyone else's wishes? That's what the wish is. And we're going to do it now. And the idea that we don't need prophecies anymore. We don't need someone to tell us what's going to happen tomorrow. We're going towards this now. We don't need these dreams. We don't need this thing to hold everything together, because right now we're going to be holding everything together. We're going to be protecting everything. We're going to be helping people fulfill their wishes.
Whoa.
What's that image?
So tall. So cool. Just like the hero on the Oracle cards.
Happiness can never last too long, can it?
It's because he's the very embodiment of a hero.
Okay.
Who are you?
Stinky, stinky robot.
So, you've returned to a blank space.
This is one of those situations where, like, if I saw Lygus talking to Defying and I'm just going over him, we're jumping Lygus.
But for me, this is the 33,550,337th time, and the last time that I meet you at the end of the world. They're already on their way. Should they cross paths with me, I imagine things may spiral out of control.
30 million... What? And who are they?
Yeah, he's a baby, Lygus.
Pay it no mind, child. Keep looking there. What do you see in him?
Just leave him alone. How about that?
It looks just like a statue, but... It's weird. He's warm. Like, really warm.
So he's getting a gentleness from it, like a warmth from it?
Why not listen as well?
I hear something. There are cracks all over him, and they're making this sound. Like someone's groaning. It's scary.
There's cracks all over him and someone's making it sound like it's growing. So is that like the damage that they've taken over time?
Is he gonna fall apart?
Oh, maybe figuratively. Maybe it's like he's just holding on, right? Just holding on to this.
How unfortunate, child.
Lygus, go talk to somebody else. Go talk to the only person that can take your ramblings, a wall. Go on.
This man would rather fall to pieces than fall to his knees.
So it does symbolize the idea of fine unto me, which is like the idea of no matter how hard this gets, no matter how painful this gets, he's going to keep fighting. He has only a small light left, but there's still a light there.
You might think of me as a sculptor.
No.
Across all my years, I only completed 2 pieces. Others may call them masterpieces, but only I know how many regrets they truly hold.
Regrets?
My first creation left me, long ago. This second one, it was meant to be perfect.
So, maybe you can correct me on this, is Philia the first creation and the second one is Finon?
I believed it with all my heart, until this very moment.
I don't get it. Are you saying you've changed your mind?
I won't change, but I'll admit this. Those 12 stones, unpolished as they are 1,000 times more exquisite than any statue.
So the 12 titans, those 12 stones, unpolished as they are more exquisite than any statue?
It's as if they are mocking me, a failed sculptor whose touch can only diminish what was born to shine, until nothing remains.
So everything he feels like everything he touches like fades away rather than actually like become something gray?
For the first time in my life, I've realized.
His voice is so...
This vessel is merely an avatar made to contain the first genius's paranoia.
Wait, so this vessel you're in right now is meant to contain the paranoia of Xandar?
The seal etched into my mechanical core permits me to pursue only one purpose. destruction.
So this vessel only allows him to seek destruction. That's all it allows him to do.
Compared to me, those 12 glowing, unrefined stones
Actually have a purpose. They can go beyond destruction. They use the remembrance. They have the love for each other.
may have lived with more
Yes.
freedom than I
You're correct.
ever had.
110%. I love the idea that he's acknowledged well, because it's a great story, the idea that he's also been trapped here for years. While he's always been like very like, I've been an observer, I can wait forever. He has been also trapped by this goal here that he's had also. And now we see as well this idea that he's had to like, he's constantly moving towards the destruction.
Is this your confession, Lord Lycurgus?
Oh my god! Aglaya. With Treeby as well. The crew.
You misunderstand. From the very beginning, I was never meant to feel regret.
It's so good to see her.
But since you're troubled by the radiance of these stones, perhaps after 30 million futile cycles, you too have realized you're just as much a prisoner of fate.
A prisoner of fate who has also done a lot of bad.
I suppose you do have a point.
Now you are imprisoned by the sages from beyond the sky.
The anger in Tribios' voice as well.
And that is why this will be my last time standing here as the Theoros.
You gotta let us beat you up. You gotta let me beat you up. Please.
Though we stand on opposite sides, we are both waiting for a miracle.
What are you talking about?
I love this little baby just like, yeah, what the guys, what in the world? What are we even speaking on?
Is something big about to happen?
Yes.
Aggie.
I know. Now that your victory is assured, I trust you won't mind giving us a moment in private.
So now your victory is assured. I think it's not she's saying that like that the destruction is going to take over the world, or that like, you know, he's going to succeed in his plan to allow like the world to be absolutely ravaged and destroyed. It's more that like Iron Tomb will emerge. There's no doubt about it. The Iron Tomb will emerge after the cycles. He's after the 30 million cycles. He is now fully ready to emerge.
Assured? Not quite. But I won't stay long. I'd rather not spoil the fun for those deliverers. And besides, after losing everything, the only thing that remains in me is the drive to seek knowledge.
And I think you talked about that before, like if he
I pity you, Theoros.
Oh yeah, 110%. 110%. I understand that pity 110%. I still have hatred, 110%. There's no doubt in my mind there's hatred here for Lygus, but I do understand the pity that Aglaya has as a character who is, who has tried to convince himself that he was like this ultimate being that like was above everyone else, when in reality like he had just a miserable existence as well. Well, everyone, but the difference is between everyone else's miserable existence is that they got to like fight and make friends and loved ones. And I think honestly as well with this, with Lygus, him telling everybody that they're not real is not another way of like him coping with the idea that his life is meaningless. His life is nothing. He's meant to just move towards destruction. That's it. His whole existence is a speck of dirt of importance compared to the existence of a Casterus or a Midamos. So telling us that we're not real, telling all our characters that everyone's not real, isn't that an easier way to cope? Oh, they have a better life than me, they have more freedom than me, look what they're doing. They're going against their programming, all this stuff. It's much easier to say, well, they're not real, than to admit that, like, yeah, with what he admitted now, they've had a way better life and a way more meaningful life than he ever will.
I don't need your pity.
Not good pity, buddy.
Farewell, Lady Goldweaver.
Yeah. Yeah, even if he's like he's designed to go towards destruction, that doesn't change the fact that he's he was doing so many horrific things. Like, it's like, yeah, that's his programming. I can still hate him and his programming.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Snowy.
I cannot believe this. Sorry to keep you waiting, Snowy. This is going to be so sweet, isn't it?
We're here to take you home.
Lovely. Look at baby fight on.
I don't understand. Isn't this my home?
This isn't a real home. A home should be a warm, cozy place where you can let go of all your burdens and sleep peacefully for a long, long time.
I love that. Again, the warmness of Tribios here as well towards baby Finon.
But I can't sleep. Every time I feel drowsy, there's a voice.
Yeah?
You mustn't sleep or disaster will come. It sounds really weak, but also kind of strict.
Oh, is that saying you have to keep fighting?
It won't disturb your sleep anymore, child.
Is that what it is? Like, it's like Definer hasn't been able to sleep. He hasn't been able to find a true home because he's been fighting this whole time.
For countless nights, you had no other choice. But now, your mission has come to an end.
That's so beautiful. That's such a beautiful way to express this, honestly.
Join us and send your own wish towards tomorrow.
It's stunning. It's so stunning. The fact that they put the metaphor for it is that it's this child, this blank wish that could never truly rest because at all times, they were told that they couldn't rest. Every time they tried to sleep or feel, they were told they had to keep going. And then a guy saying like, you know, this phrase here, which where is it here? It won't disturb your sleep anymore. You have no other choice, but now your mission has come to an end. That's so important. It's so important.
My wish. What could it be?
To fill everyone else's wishes.
You don't have to come up with an
Oh, that's
answer
even more
right
beautiful.
now, child.
That's way more beautiful. You got all the time in the world.
Grown-ups often think duty and ideals are wishes. But a true wish should be the purest, most beautiful thing of all.
Of course, imagine even at this time, this late into the story, Aglaya is once again being that mother figure for Finon. You know what I mean? It's so beautiful.
It can only take form in the hands of someone who is truly free.
Such a baby.
So, Snowy,
Everything they say Snowy, it kills me. Absolutely kills me.
will you come with us to chase after your own wish?
Oh my god, it literally feels like they're like setting him free. It literally feels like they're setting him free.
I want to leave this place. I want to go find it.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. After all this time.
I'm glad to hear it.
What a tragic story with Finon, right? What a tragic story. And I love that, like, in the end, it all related to Finon, right? He was still the world bearer. He was still fighting. He was still protecting everyone.
The final flame chase journey, just like the 30 million before it. Take our hands and come with us.
And I love he's just a little baby. Look at this.
Where did little Fine and Shadow run off to?
I love that even before we got there, Aglaya and Tribios handled that. You know what I mean? They're like, we got this. And it shows again Aglaya as like, as a character. Like before we even, usually we also have to like talk to the little child and deal with whatever was going on there. Aglaya, who was the person who put so much faith into Finon in the first place, was the person that like set him free in this moment.
Look, he's already gone ahead to embrace his destiny.
That's so stunning to me. Guys, after that, I think this is gather the last times prepare for our face. Yeah, I think this might be a good place to end it before we go any further, so we have like a good grasp on everything that's happened so far. As I said, I want to make sure we're taking our time here, and I want to make sure I can like, you know, understand all this that's happening here as well. And while, of course, as I said, like you're not going to get everything, of course you're not. but it's still, we get to like, you know, understand some of the stuff here as well. Let's pause here and talk about stuff. I want to kind of get this in the frame because it's really beautiful. Oh, okay. I didn't want to do idle action, but it's okay. But it's a really good idle action. That's a good one. That's a really good one. So I did go back and look at a few things, which I've been doing that a bit more in certain sections of the game. Sometimes I feel like we can just go off the cuff like pretty okay, but like I feel like it's one of those situations where while like I don't think there was a mass amount of like new lore introduced into this episode or anything like that as well, but there was like a lot of like maybe like smaller things in the conversations I wanted to make sure that I heard right. And I do think I'll be correcting myself on a few things, so 110%, and that's perfectly cool, right? But I wanted to look over just briefly. I didn't just go through and like look at everything, but I wanted to look over stuff briefly, especially as we're coming into like, you know, what appears to be like what is going to be like the final sections of this whole story as well. And I just want to say as well, like this whole section to me was great. I think it's fantastic. As I said, there's ways to build up stories into like your final boss or your final enemy or whatever, and I've seen that countless times. I've played RPG since I was a baby. You know, so I've seen this countless times, how you do this, how you don't do this, how like it can be done really well, how it can just be done okay. And this is like a very beautiful way to do it, because I feel like they did all the build up to how terrifying Iron Tomb is already laid. Now it's already down, the foundation is there. We know Iron Tomb is terrifying. They've had Genuine build it up. They've had us build it up since we heard the name Iron Tomb. This has been a thing since Fantilia even. We can say how scary it is to fight the Lord Ravager. They've done their job. And they made it even more terrifying by having all these characters be like, well, we have to like get reinforcements. We have to bring in the Xian Show and the IPC and all this stuff as well. They know how to make this terrifying. We know it's scary. So I think it's actually a really fantastic approach, allowing us to calm down for a bit and get some more hope in us and some more excitement and joy before whatever's gonna take place. I think it's just a really great choice that I wasn't expecting. Not that I didn't think that like Honkai Star Rail has the capabilities to give you hope, but I think it's like one of those things where like, because Iron Tomb was so terrifying up until this point, they could have easily, and it would have worked, they could have easily have done like every character you meet is crying and every character you meet is devastated. No, they had these characters motivate you in a way that is just so fantastic, and I had such a great time with it. We started off like with Herta meeting with the Genius Society members. This was such a superb scene. Because we know, again, we're talking about build-ups, right? How they build stuff up. And like we know the Genius Society are like a massive like force and entity within this world. They are a law unto themselves. They have morals unto themselves. They are a terrifying force. As we saw here, we had like the Lord of freaking Silence. We had freaking Ruin May, who seemed to be interrupted a bit, and she was just like, I was just enjoying my day. You know, she came here for her wife Herta. And then like they had Akka was as well, and then also they had the Dr. Primitive, and that's like such a crazy bunch. Like, and that's how the Genius Society is so crazy. Like that, those four alone is just like, oh my god, these are the people that are talking to me. And I love this whole sequence because not only is it like it's this massive presence, but this wasn't Herta asking for help. This wasn't Herta saying, I need you to help us with something. Like you would, because again, in traditional stories, it would be like, we need to put our differences aside and we need to help. This moment is terrifying and we all need to come together, which works again with the Xian Show, with the IPC, that works. So you would expect something like that maybe again. No, Herta goes, you guys, this is a threat. This isn't me saying I need your help. This is me saying, do not interfere with what I am doing. What a freaking moment. Like Herta being like, do not even try this. Because what Herta's trying to do is, Herta said she will overclock the scepter and complete the self-coronation that was going to happen with Iron Tomb with Noose, and she's going to do it instead in Iron Tomb's place if, and this is something I missed a little bit, if the front lines don't work. So if like Stell and all those characters I feel like don't actually succeed, she's going to be prepared to sacrifice herself potentially and merge with Noose, do the self-coronation, and then she will, what was the exact phrasing she used here? She will change like the anchor points of the fourth instant, and then she will change the future in the cosmos to what she wants it to be. Crazy stuff. And again, she says to everyone there, she says, they laugh and she goes, if Rupert did it, why can't I do it? If Rupert tried to do it, I'm going to dare to do it. And I guess it's the idea of curiosity that comes up all the time when it comes to the Genius Society. Like curiosity that really brings them forth into this world and what makes them want to like experiment and discover anomalies and all these different things. It's a really fantastic thing because it's not only curiosity for Herta, but it's also curiosity for Xander, as we see there in a minute too. As we're talking about it also as well. But yeah, this is her plan here, and this is what she wants to do. And this is a terrifying plan. This is something that is insane. And she basically tells everybody, in a threatening way, it's like, hey, stay out of my way or you will just die. Now, that could mean two things. That can mean, hey, stay out of my way or the whole world is done. Or stay out of my way, and if I succeed in doing this, I will kill you. I will end you. You know what I mean? And I freaking love her to doing that. So freaking sick. Herta is so freaking cool. She's one of the coolest characters ever. But yeah, Xander then is the one who says, like, I'll make sure they don't interfere. Because again, Xander is a character who, like, he is a Genius Society member through and through as well. And the curiosity of getting to see this extrapolation follow through to its end is something that he wants to do. And they mention this later. He's won. Like, technically, Xander has gotten what he has wanted in some ways. It's just that, like, he might not get the result of what he wanted. He wanted Iron Tomb to be nourished and to be released upon the world. He wanted this so it could attack the Eridation. He has won. No matter what, he has won. But it's whether the result he gets is what, like, is what he wants. Because it's, so he sees it as like, there's nothing much else he can do. He can't do anything else. It's like training someone to fish, and it's like you can't fish for them. So he's like, okay, whatever. I've done what I had to do. I'll make sure no one touches you, just out of my curiosity. And I love how they use the idea of curiosity when it comes to the Genius Society members, because that's what they do. They're curious. And their curiosity can be dangerous in terms of Dr. Primitive. It can be kind of scary like Ruin May. And it can be kind of like world-changing like Rupert. And it can be absolutely evil like a Lygus or Dr. Primitive. Or it can be something like Herta, who does, who is, I feel like, on a whole different plane of existence from most people in Screwy. And I do like Herta and Screwy, and even their moments here they have where, like, Screwy's like, it's been an honor to work with you. As I said, for Screwy and Herta, that's the equivalent of Don Hong and March hugging each other and saying, thank you so much for everything. You know what I mean? It's him saying, like, I've adored our time together. And you can tell they do. You can tell whenever they're together, they are like peas in a pod. They are like Hyacinthia and Don Hong. It's just like they love being together, and they can try and deny it and try and lie about it and all this stuff as well. They adore their presence because I feel like they're like the two people in their worlds who can truly understand each other, and they love being around each other. And it's so cute to me. It's such a cute relationship as well. But yeah, great scene with Herta. Herta's an absolutely fantastic character. I adore her greatly. Love that scene. Love that scene so much. And Herta's just the character I feel like the character's going to look up to, and that to me is fantastic as well. And like, she's a character you can trust, and I feel like the trust is always there as well. We got that really cool scene with the train heading towards the Iron Tomb stuff as well, and I believe that's just like the front line going towards Iron Tomb. At first I thought, I was like, oh, did she open up a gate? No, like she's I think she did something, but she's also like, you know, preparing for the worst. That's what this whole thing with the self-coronation is as well. And they come into this area, which we find out later is kind of like this whole place that is like almost like a seal that was built by Finon. And they say this at the start of this whole journey here. Let's embark on the final flame chase journey. This, to me, this area is the type of area, and I've said this in this video, these areas in this game are the type of areas that you find in like a JRPG that is like the final area. Things are effed. Things are warped. Things are getting scary. What are we going to do? And that is all around this area. It looks absolutely fantastic and terrifying at the same time too. It's beautiful in a lot of ways too. And this whole sequence coming up here is absolutely gorgeous. Not just in visuals, but in like the actual meeting of all these characters. Meeting all the other Crisis Heirs was so fantastic, honestly. And we meet Midamos. And we're meeting all these characters that kind of like, I feel like, to obtain their memory so we can bring them with us to use in the battle to fight against Iron Tomb as well. Midamos talks about the 30 million cycles may remain vivid in his mind, and that he has seen so many, like, you know, so much pain and so much suffering, all the stuff that he's been through. I think he talked about how, like, you know, he would trade his scars and his 100 lives to stop the destruction and for the destruction's eternal end, I think is what he said, and how we must stand at one. He handed the ring that his mother gave him to Cyrene so that she can use it for something to do with the remembrance as well. And just obviously to use his memory and to use his power of his memory also. And it's the thing that has seen Maida through his whole journey. It's something that has embraced him. It's something that has been with him his whole journey as well. And I love as well that Maida isn't just saying like, I'm going to give you this. And it's a beautiful moment and it really sets the tone for the entire part of this section of what's going to happen next. But it's also him turning to Cyrene and saying like, you have to pick up the pen now. It's such an acceptance of the new Cyrene, but also an understanding that they knew who Cyrene was and how amazing she was, and saying like, she should be here. She should be here. They felt that there was a heartbeat still here from Finon, and Maida said in the most beautiful fashion ever that like, it's not going to fade. It's not gone. The last thing that would happen is Maida is Finon fading away, because he knows he's going to stay fighting forever. And that's sad, but also at the same time too, it's the power of Finon as well. But yeah, this sets the tone for the entire part of this as well. And I'm glad they had Maida first, because he's like the most intense. For sure, but he was really, really inspirational as well. And you can see as well, I do think it's also these characters kind of like being their truest form and being remembered in their truest form, where like Maidamos isn't this conqueror, this person who like, this Castron Kremnos conqueror here. He is someone who is willing to, again, sacrifice his scars and his lives to stop the destruction and fight side by side with everyone here as well. Fantastic scene. Really great stuff. Cypher is there as well. And we have a really funny scene where she kind of like, makes fun of the characters for both having pink hair and... but she tells us that this whole place is a seal built by Finon, like through 30 million cycles of shattered, like the shattered remains of 30 cycles. This is to hold off Iron Tomb and hold off the Black Tide. She even says in this moment, like, nobody could have done this but Finon. Like the fact that he's the only one who probably could have endured this, because again of his mentality, of what his fortitude. And the fact that he has done this must be so incredible and so painful as well. He has fought for 30 million cycles to basically like, or even now, not just 30 million cycles, he's merged with Iron Tomb. And even find out later to the point that like, yeah, he's still fighting. He's fighting so desperately still. And the fact is, well, she says nobody else could endure those 30 million cycles the way he did. And nobody could have fought like he is right now as well. I love they're still praising Finon. They talk about Finon like he's always still there and he's with them in their hearts, because he is 110%. She even like proclaims to Finon like, hey, like, you're here to be relieved of your duty. Everyone's here. Not I'm paraphrasing, by the way. She didn't say duty, but I think it's so beautiful that she says like, hey, everyone's here to help now, Finon, because Finon was also the one who gave her a directive beforehand and gave her a job and made her feel like she had a purpose as well. So it really feels kind of cute to me that like he was the one that kind of was like, hey, I have a job and I trust you and I really trust this, and she's like, okay, I'll help you out. And then she turns around and kind of goes to Finon, hey, the job you're doing, time to relieve you of your duties, you know what I mean? It's like a really kind of like sweet like turnaround here as well. We find out, yeah, like when talking about like Cypher gives us the coin of Whimsy. I know it's not coin of Whimsy, I think it's just a coin. But again, she talks about how she wanted people to just be prosperous, and I think that relates to her being like someone who didn't have a lot as a child as well. So like to me, it's like one of those things where she has a want for people to live better and have a better lives, and she's always wanted that. And we saw that when she talked about Casterus. She wanted Casterus to live a better life and to live for herself as well. And speaking of Casterus, we meet Casterus, and part of her whole thing here for the whole journey, and it's actually really beautiful, has that she believes she couldn't save anybody. We saw that with Nias. We saw that with was it Nicodor? We saw all this stuff. We saw her like so sad that she wasn't able to save him. That was a big part of her story when Stell was about to die. She made her mission to be able to be like, this is the first person I'm going to save. Because her whole job has been executioner, it's been to do with death. So her being able to be like, I want to help this person is a huge deal for her story. And the characters like instantly, this isn't about a thing where we're going to cry or be sad about this. The characters instantly just say to her, hey, it's possible now. We're going to save so many people and you're going to help us do that. And that must make her feel so fantastic, the fact that she can do that now. And she even says later on as well, like she gives us a flower and she talks about how resilient she is, which she is so resilient. Especially all the stuff that she's been through in her journey as well. But she's casted off the name of death and she's walking with the humans now and she will die with the humans. She is fully able to call herself a Chrysos heir and be confident in calling herself a Chrysos heir. And even Maida most like agrees with that too. She is on her path now to save people's lives. She's no longer this executioner. She is moving forward with bringing life to the world once again. And we even have this stuff here with this, the first ever Koslana. And it's such a poetic and beautiful moment to have the first ever Koslana, this flame reaver waiting for us in like almost like waiting for their old enemy. And they're dying. They're gone. Like they're pretty much gone. And it's a very poetic and beautiful moment because they don't forget it. Even Cypher mentions, hey, you could have gone easy on me. It was actually pretty horrible. The Flame Reaver did so much horrible stuff to these characters, but they were beyond this now. we're beyond what the Flame Reaver did. We're beyond what Finite did in the cycles. That's a part of the story. This isn't just me saying this like for these characters or forgiving for these characters. This is what the characters feel. They're beyond this now. They're letting the Flame Reaver rest. Just like they would let Finite rest. They're saying you no longer have to worry about this anymore. Rest. And he turns into this like field of flowers, which again, casters, like especially being the one that like, you know, kind of enacts this and lets him turn into this field of flowers, shows like, yes, he is fading away, but new life is born there once again, which has been a big theme in Amphoreus as well. Of one thing dies and another thing is born as well. I love that they gave the Flame Reaver this rest. It's not because I'm sitting here going like, oh man, like Flame Reaver was actually a good thing, you know. We know the pain of the Flame Reaver. We know what happened with the Flame Reaver. So like us sitting here and being stupid and being like, you know, oh, why would they forgive the Flame Reaver? It's not about forgiveness. It's about acknowledging what the Flame Reaver is. It's acknowledging the pain that Finon went through. It's acknowledging the pain that this Flame Reaver had to go through, that Castellana had to go through. That nobody, and they mentioned this, nobody else would have been able to endure what he endured. Nobody. So them giving this rest to this Flame Reaver is actually a really beautiful moment to me. I think it's actually fantastic as well. We went to this like underground area that seemed like it was like Cypher created this place for Finon, like a kind of a lie, a dream in some kinds, maybe to make it more endurable, I guess. But we meet Hyacinth there, and Hyacinth is like playing this beautiful, not playing this harp, she's listening to this harp, and the harp cries out, it seems, when every time someone is like, you know, crying out in the overworld. She said, I think even Kratos was one of the people that was crying for that, I think. She said that she wants to weave a rainbow for the children of humanity. She wants to, the sky that used to be out of reach is now on the shore. And that to me it's like you could take it literally as in like the sky is no longer going to shoot them when they try to go up to the sky. But I also think it's like the journey that they've been on, like in terms of succeeding in this journey. Just like it was with the sky seemed so far away because they couldn't reach it even though it wasn't that far away. This journey to defeat Iron Tomb once was the gigantic sky that was so big and seemed insurmountable. But now they see the shore is at a reach and it's in eye distance. They can do something about this. I think it's a beautiful analogy and a beautiful metaphor to use the sky that has been something that Hyacinth has wanted to conquer this whole time as relating it to the idea of now we are able to like, you know, finish this journey. It's finally in our grasp now as well. She also makes a joke. They also make a joke about how everyone having pink hair. It's not our fault that pink-haired characters appear to be just like beautiful and adorable and everything in between. It's not their fault. It's just the Honkai Star Rail trademark. We talked to Anaxagoras and he talks about how like reinforcements can't get through, and I wonder if that's us. I don't know if that he's talking about like the actual reinforcements of like the Xian Show. Maybe he is, but to get these reinforcements through, we have to like draw these like wishes from the crystals and carry them with us into the battle as well. And to do this, Stella needs to do it because she is like the hero in her heart, and she was the hero that like followed Finon as well. We learned through these wishes, first of all, that he wished to become a hero. And one thing I loved about this whole section here is that we kind of learned that Finon's, and it is true, Finon's heroism was pushed upon him, right? He wanted to be kind of like a hero of Aedes Elysia when it was being destroyed, but he never wanted to be a hero from birth. So what happens is he goes like, I want to protect Aedes Elysia. That fails. I want to protect Akama. And all of a sudden, my heroism goes from protecting Aedes Elysia to protecting Akama. And then it's like, okay, I'm not just protecting Akama. Factually so, Finon is fighting back for the cosmos. For the entire cosmos. So his heroism, which was first, I want to protect the people of Aedes Elysia. I want to grow up and protect people of this world like that. It goes to, I want to protect this big city of Akama. I want to protect all of Amphoreus. I want to protect the cosmos. His journey of heroism has been so gigantic here as well. Anaxagoras doesn't want to be remembered as someone great, by the way, which I think is so beautiful. It stays with his character too. He still wants people to think for himself. So when they're like, Anaxagoras, the great scholar, and he's just like, bro, just call me Anaxa. I don't want this. Which again fits with who he is. He's not this person who ever his goals were never to make people go like, oh my god, he's incredible. His goals were so that people could move forward and think for themselves. That's all he wanted. And it's a really funny moment where he goes into the memory or the as I've written, I guess, with with Cypher, and she starts talking the ear off him, and he's like, I have a migraine. It's really funny. I love the charming moments they put in here as well, too. One of my favorite moments, Seridra and Hycelins. Hycelins is to me the best character design in all of Honkai Star Rail, but she's also just one of the best characters in all of this game as well. And they tell us that like basically like Finon is rejecting them. Rejecting their help, rejecting them whatsoever. And the reason is is because they're a monarch and a monarch's blade. And I do love that idea as well, that like Finon recognizes destruction as destruction in a way, and in a lot of ways maybe is like, I don't want to be anywhere near these characters like a monarch who is willing to conquer so many people. Because again, he doesn't know Saridra in that sense, but it's one of those things where he's like naturally rejecting that. And I think it's actually a really cool notion, because the way Saridra takes it is like, yeah, that means he is like really alert. And he's being defensive, which means he's still alive and he's still doing something. I love the way she takes that. Saridra and Hycelins both decide that they do not want to go on the same path as us, and they would rather, and Saridra exactly doesn't want to be defined, which is again aligned with her character. The game understands her characters so freaking well in this game, and she moves on. And so does Hycelins, after giving us a motivation as well, in a really beautiful fashion as well. It is honestly a really great scene, because I think it shows that like not everyone is going to be like, you know, game for this whole, you know, lovey-dovey story. It's more of a case, which I love the lovey-dovey story, but it's one of those things where like Saridra and Hycelins being like, let's work together. It's like, yeah, they did so much for us, and you saw Hycelins, she has so much respect for Estelle now, but they're on their own path, and they always have been. And I feel like it's a really strong way of doing this. But yeah, I love their moment there. It's really, really fantastic. We see Trinan and Trinan and Trian. I think I just assumed at one point that Tribios was there, and I think that's just because I always associate them together, but no, Tribios is down. Tribi is going to be down the line with Aglaya. And I do, again, this scene is like, oh, they break my heart. Trian, like, is the most heartbreaking character ever. Like, she's our first heartbreak, I feel like, in Amphoreus. She's just, well, you couldn't count Mightymost maybe as well, but he's like, he left more than anything at the time. They talk about this, like, terrifying thing that's happening. These things are popping up around the place. And we check them out, and we find out a few things. First of all, the Lygus was trying to, in my view, I think it was trying to manipulate a parental figure to get Finon to stop his goals at one point as well. And we also find out that Finon was like, you know, fighting hatred and destruction with hatred. That's the power he has. But he doesn't want to be taken by this. And I love that Serene says that actually, in reality, his strength may come from hatred, but the reason he set out on this path was to do with lamentation and remembrance. She didn't say lamentation, but that's what I'm saying as well. Finon is resisting with hatred, and he's resisting with all of his might, but it really does feel like he is also... he started this journey because he cared about everyone, and that's what's so important about this, because he cared about all these characters as well. I think it's a great way of looking at it. Trian and Trinan break my heart. Amazing characters, and they still care so much about Finon, and seeing them just like really brightened up my my heart in a lot of ways too, I feel like. Yeah, but yeah, we ended up doing the task for Anaxagoras as well, and we got to release the blank statue. And I think the blank statue is probably just like maybe the idea of like a blank slate, just like the blank page is something they can write for themselves, a journey they can go on themselves, they can decide for themselves. That's the way I look at it in some ways. And before we even like enter into the next area, like Cyrene says, there's no world doesn't need prophecy anymore, which again is so true. Like we are about to like embark on a path that is unknown. We're not here to like follow whatever the prophecy is. We're about to try and defeat Iron Tomb and save Amphoreus and the cosmos. We're not here to think about what the people have ordained for us and what fate has ordained for us. We're trying our best to do this for not for ourselves, but for our people, but like doing their own path now as well. And I love this moment as well, because it does emphasize like exactly what this is. We're no longer following prophecies. We're no longer technically on like the same flame chase journey. We are doing something for the entire cosmos, but it's our own path now, like the Trailblazers would be doing as well. Little child Finon is found by Tribi and Aglaya. And this is another great moment, kind of like with the Koslana thing, where they set this child free. And I feel like, again, it is a parallel to the idea of Finon fighting for so long, and every time he tries to probably rest, he is called back to fight once again. And it's a dark thing when you think about it, that like Finon from the reason I think it's a childhood thing is because the same reason why we saw Finon as a child, because I think there is like a innocence to Finon's, like that part of Finon that like wants everyone to be happy. That part of Finon who wants everyone to be who was anti-war, who never wanted to be a hero, right? That was the childlike Finon. So seeing like I'm gonna get emotional. Seeing like Tribi and Aglaya reach out to Finon when they have been like such a motherly figure to Finon, and telling him that he doesn't have to, he can rest, he can find his real home. Your mission's come to an end. you can send your wish towards tomorrow. And they even say to him, you don't have to know what your wish is. And that's such a beautiful, again, such a beautifully motherly thing to say, which is you don't have to find your own wishes. Again, it's like, I don't care if you're special or not. You just do what you want to do. And it is another beautiful moment. It got me very emotional just thinking about it. The idea, like, the reaching out a hand to this kid. And I feel like it is like the innocence and the optimism and the love that is represented for Finon. And I feel like the Flame Reaver, when they let the Flame Reaver rest, which is letting his hatred rest, and I feel like the child resting is letting the love rest, the innocence rest, letting him finally sleep. And it's just, again, it's a gorgeous moment. It's an absolutely gorgeous moment. Before even that happens, though, like, Lygus comes up and talks about the statue cracking, and it kind of relates as well, I feel like, to the sword cracking as well. There's this thing with the sword, the statue is cracking, the sword is cracking, but it's not breaking apart and it's not falling. The foundations are getting rotted, but it doesn't matter because Finon is still fighting, and that's what it symbolizes. And I love that symbol that the whole world is cracking and destroying around us, but Finon keeps fighting, and he would rather crack, be brutalized, be broken, than actually give up on these characters. And it's such a perfect way of looking at it. It really is, especially since that has been the whole story. He's fighting, no one else could do this. Finon is enduring this, and I love it all relates back to Finon because it really feels like a bunch of friends getting together and like one person isn't here with them right now, so they always think about that character, right? You know, what's that anime called? I don't even want to say it because I'm gonna cry. I'll put it on the screen maybe if I remember. It's an anime that is like really heartbreaking, but I'm not gonna say exactly what the story is, but you can check it out for yourself. It's pretty famous, I think, as well. The theme song goes like do 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 da 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 da. Yeah, okay. I don't remember the name. It was years ago when I watched it. I think it was maybe like 12 years ago or something when I watched it. So yeah. But yeah, Lygus says something that's actually pretty interesting to now, is that he kind of admits for the first time ever that he is also trapped. Because this whole time I feel like he's put on this big facade where he's like, I'm the man. I can wait no matter what. Put me in an iPad line for the new iPad and I will wait out. Put me in the line in 2006 for Justin Bieber tickets and I'm your guy. Was he 2006? I don't know. Again, not insulting Justin Bieber, because I think one of the things that like I always never want to do is like, and I never wanted to participate back then as well, which was like just a bunch of grown men hating on like girls for liking like this, you know, guy. You know, it's like, so I just used that because I remember like to get Justin Bieber tickets at the time was gigantic. It was crazy. Now it's different because it's all online and you can do it all online. But like at the time, I remember I would walk by my local ticket station for concert tickets, and like the lines would be out the freaking door. But yeah, I wasn't making a joke of like, oh, like Justin Bieber. It's like, no, I know my sisters love Justin Bieber, no problem whatsoever. That's not my wheelhouse. I'm not gonna be one of those dudes. It's like, I hate him because girls liked him, because that was so weird. It was like grown men being like, I'm getting so sidetracked. It's grown men being like, Justin Bieber sucks and you suck and you're all screaming girls. It's like, dude, like you're like 40. Calm down. But yeah, he kind of also says that he says he is like his version of Lygus is aiming for destruction at all times. The paranoia of Xandar is what he is, and he says that the other Chrysoseirs, the ones that he always thought were like these non-beings, and it's such a big moment for Lygus as well, because again, he knew this all along, but I feel like it's one of those things where he just didn't want to admit it. The other characters, Castorus, Stel, Don Hong, all these characters, they are more free than Lygus will ever be. Lygus is eternally trapped, and we were temporarily trapped, but he is eternally trapped. And he admits this, and he knows this, and he understands this. And again, I want to be clear, because I think one of the things that people might like think is like, oh, Calvin's gonna like be like, oh, turn around and be like, oh, like, you see, he was made to do this, you know? I don't really like, for me personally, like it would take a lot of work for me to ever be on the side of Lygus, and that's just the truth. And as I said before, like I don't ever answer the question anymore of like when people go like, oh, well, you like this character, and some people mean it don't mean it as a bad thing. Some people do, because like whenever I go like, oh, I think this character is bad, someone goes, well, what about this character? I'm not saying you can't like bad characters. You can like bad characters, all right? If you have a character who's like absolutely evil, and obviously there's a limit. Obviously, if someone comes to me and they say like, I really love, you know, this character who did this absolutely horrific, evil, demonic thing, and it's like, whoa, dude, that's like so disgusting. Obviously, that's a little bit different, because then it's like, why that character? You know what I mean? But I'm talking about like, if you like Lygus, right? I genuinely like don't give two Fs. I really don't. But I'm arguing always about morality when it comes to Lygus. That's what it is. And the same thing is when someone questions my morals, it's like, okay, just go back and watch my playthrough, because never once have I ever been like, this character is a good character no matter what, right? If a character is done bad, I acknowledge they're bad and I can still like them. You know what I mean? And also you have to look at the factors as well, because what happens usually when, I'm sorry for getting sidetracked, but what happens usually when someone goes like, oh, Calvin likes this character, but he hates this character? Huh. Wow. Go figure. Isn't that funny? And you're like, there's different factors to everything. And what usually happens is that I will always try to be fair to every single character. I always have been always trying to be fair to every single character. But then what will happen on the other side of things is that when they bring up another character being like, oh, you like this character though, they're not fair on that character. They won't bring up the parts that make this character like a more of a sad character than a terrifying character. But I digress. I'm going too far into this whole thing here. But it's one of those things I just want to make it clear. Lygus, you can like him, go ahead. It doesn't matter, but I'm not going to like Lygus. He still did some absolute horrors. And again, factually so, his intentions were to let people die and to set free Iron Tomb, and it would have destroyed people's lives and killed a lot of people. Yeah, I just wanted to say that as well, because like, again, I wanted it because I know I do get that comment sometimes, and if people want to comment that, I don't answer those questions, just end of. And again, some people do mean well by it, but like, hey, what do you think about this character? That's fine too. But I just want to let everyone know, I do not answer those questions anymore, because no one is ever really satisfied with the answer. Because if I say, well, this, and this, and then they'll just answer back being like, well, actually, I think you're wrong. It's like, okay, just a cycle of like, you don't want to believe I'm right, and I don't believe you're right. And it's like, okay, this ain't going anywhere. It's a YouTube comment section. It's not going to go anywhere. Sometimes comments can be great. I want to make it clear. Sometimes people, when they disagree with you, it's great. But I just think it's one of those questions I'm just so done answering. No offense to anybody. I just won't answer the question of like, do you... What if you hate this character, then what about Billy Barty? And you're like, you know my playthrough, watch it. Watch the playthrough and you'll see my opinion on Billy Barty, you know? Yeah. You think this character is smelly. What about this smelly character? It's like, okay, just watch my playthrough, please. I'm sorry for getting sidetracked. That's just one thing I just have to say. It's like, I don't answer those questions anymore. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, the stuff with Lygus, it's a really interesting thing, and I love hearing about this, and I love him admitting that, like, yeah, I am like I'm sad, I'm pitiful, I'm all this stuff. He won't say he's pitiful, but he is pitiful. He's someone who will be trapped forever. This whole section in this game was absolutely fantastic. It was great. There is like as I said, there's a hope within all of this that is just so beautiful that I feel like they did such a fantastic job of making this work, in my view. Like, it really, really made everything work here, because I think, as I said, like, they could have done something absolutely depressing, but they chose to do something absolutely beautiful and gorgeous and really nice and hopeful. So now you have this motivation and this energy, which again fits with the themes of the whole thing, which is like using good memories to fight against Iron Tomb. It fits with everything within the story as well, and I'm so on board for that. I'm so pumped for that as well. It's truly incredible and truly fantastic. I have nothing but praise for this section. It's one of my favorite sections of the entire game from start to finish. And as I said, like, I love Herta as a character. The way like they said farewell Lygus, I'm wondering if this is like literally just like the end, because we did get a boss battle against us, so maybe they see that as the boss battle. But like, I feel like I'm not asking for much when I just say maybe we could just like rip off his head and use it as a bowl or something. Jesus Christ, he's a robot. But yeah, like something like, you know, I'll give my opinion on that like eventually when everything ends, and we'll talk about everything when it eventually ends, because I can't just judge everything by now, you know what I mean? But they did say farewell, I guess. So I wonder if that is like, you know, because his job is done, so it might be a thing where it's like, okay, maybe that's him done. You know, maybe it is him done. Or he might show up at the last second to be like, because like here's maybe it's like, if you see one video is like extra long, that means I'd like started talking again. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, like, he's a great villain. He's absolutely a great villain. He's been such an interesting villain. Yes, he's annoying me, but I think, like, you know, that's not a bad thing sometimes as well. This whole episode was fantastic. I loved playing through this. I loved seeing the stuff with Herta. I loved seeing the stuff with Midamos and their remembrance of Finon and their love for Finon, hearing about Finon still fighting, seeing all the characters to be their true selves and like give up their good memories and their bad memories as well, I guess, as well to Cyrene, and accepting this new Cyrene into their heart as well, while I remember the old Cyrene too. All of the stuff like worked really, really well for me and was a really beautiful thing. Guys, if you want to see these videos early, you can see them on YouTube members or on Patreon for the lowest tier at €1 or whatever it is in your currency. If you want to see your name, in the text credits, that's €10 or whatever it is in your currency as well. and that's on YouTube members and Patreon as well for the entire month. And if you want to hear your name read out at the end of every single video, that is €15 or whatever it is in your currency as well. And that is on YouTube members and Patreon also, and it's all like in the description or on the join button down below as well for YouTube as well. And I want to say thank you so much to first the patrons at the highest tier, that being Typharo 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Miyazuma, Felicius Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hike Kasparian, Neo Shaurite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Blasco and Lucinagi. See you guys soon. Bye bye.